At the start of the story, our main character narrates, "I've worked incredibly hard all my life. In my sect, I was nothing but a lowly disciple. I tried everything to change my fate, every possible way I could find, but after 3 years of hard work, nothing changed. I'm still bullied. I'm still worthless. I can't do anything to fight back. Even when my system finally appeared before me, it told me that misfortune itself is embedded in my destiny, and because of this cursed fate, I have only 1 month left to live. Now that I know luck will never save me, I won't rely on fate anymore. I admit, I wasn't born lucky, but others were. So if God didn't give me opportunities, then I'll just steal them from others. People say stealing is wrong, but if stealing can make you the greatest being in the world, then maybe it's not so bad. This is my story, the story of Ichiyun. You can call me a thief, or a survivor, or even the greatest immortal in history, the man who rose from nothing to become a supreme hero. Want to know how I escaped death and reached the top? Then listen closely, this is my journey. The story begins with Ichiyun, our protagonist, explaining, "It's been 3 whole years since I arrived in this world. When I first opened my eyes here, a group of kids surrounded me, and bullied me for being weak. It didn't take long for me to understand why. I was born with a 3rd grade, low-quality body, completely useless for cultivation. In this world of immortals, that meant it was impossible for me to progress. But I believed that one day, I'd awaken a system. So I kept working hard, day after day, waiting for that moment to come. After 3 years of endless labor, he is still just a janitor sweeping the sect floors. Suddenly, a blue light flashes before him. Wait, is that my system? Finally, I've waited so long for this moment. From today onward, I'll finally be able to enjoy life, power, money, women, everything a system promises." But instead, the system speaks. Name, Ichiyun. Fate, curse by Hell King. Prognosis, within 1 month, your life will end. However, there is one way to survive, reach nascent soul realm within that time. If you fail, your sect will expel you, and thieves on the road will attempt to rob you. But when they realize you're poorer than them, they'll simply kill you out of pity. Your death will be pathetic and meaningless. Hearing this, Ichiyun collapses unconscious. When he wakes up, he mutters to himself, "So I've only got a month left. Maybe, if I try something bold, I can change my fate. Maybe I can become powerful too." Just then, a commotion starts nearby. The sword warrior is coming. Ichiyun wonders, sword warrior? Are they talking about senior brother Zhao? The gates open, and everyone starts cheering as senior brother Zhao Pingtian enters. He is a stage 9 netherworld realm cultivator, one of the elite disciples of the Luyan sect. Ichiyun then realizes something strange. He can see people's destinies. Wait, not only can I see my own fate, I can see the fate of others. I can literally read their destiny. Nearby, disciples whisper in awe, "Senior brother Zhao is insanely powerful. His sword can slice through mountains in a single strike." A few days ago, a disciple offended him. They found that poor guy's corpse buried deep in the mountains. Everyone knows Zhao killed him, but the sect elders said nothing. They only warned him not to kill so openly next time. Ichiyun stares at Zhao Pingtian and says to himself, "This guy looks amazing. Let's see what fate has in store for him." The system activates and shows, Zhao Pingtian, chosen of the heavens. His destiny is filled only with blessings. By the end of his life, he will sit on the great emperor's throne. His sword will become so powerful that a single swing can kill millions. His killing intent will reach divine levels, impossible for mortals to withstand. In the end, he will achieve the position of a god. A turning point in his fate will come soon. During a mission through Baichen Peak, he will obtain a grade 5 spiritual herb. Consuming it will help him break through to the next realm. Ichiyun clenches his fists. So he's the one blessed by fate. What about me? Am I just background filler in his story? Wait, that grade 5 herb, it's extremely rare. If I get to it before he does, maybe I can change my destiny. I finally understand how to use my system. My fate may be rotten, but I have one powerful option left. I can steal from the fates of others. Sorry, brother Zhao, but that herb is mine now. Ichiyun races toward Baichen Peak, determined to find the herb before Zhao Pingtian does. Once I eat it, my destiny will finally change. No more bowing to anyone. No more being bullied. My rise starts today. Then Ichiyun quickly consumed the herb right where he stood. He muttered, "Ugh, this tastes awful, but I can't worry about that right now. I need to absorb its power immediately." After a few moments of focused meditation, Ichiyun thought excitedly, "Finally, I did it. I broke through. In one go, I've advanced 3 entire stages. I've reached the nascent soul realm. The system said it would take me a whole month, but I did it in just 1 hour. Now I don't have to worry about dying anytime soon." Just then, Zhao Pingtian arrived, shouting, "Hey, boy, What are you doing here? Ichuyan thought nervously, so it really was his destiny to come here. The moment I arrived, he showed up too, just like fate said. As Ichuyan turned around, he froze, shocked. Xiao Pingtian's destiny had changed again. The system revealed, although Xiao Pingtian's ultimate fate remains the same, the turning point in his life has shifted. After completing today's mission, on his way home, he'll notice something strange in the river near Nanjing Peak. When he investigates, he'll discover a spiritual weapon, the Cold Flame Sword. Acquiring it will further strengthen his destiny. Ichuyan muttered bitterly, unbelievable, this guy's basically the god of fortune himself. I don't get even a single opportunity, and he's drowning in them. I used to think people exaggerated when they said luck is everything, but now I see it's true. If fortune smiles on you, even a fool can become a hero. Then Ichuyan said aloud, pretending to be casual, senior brother, I was just cultivating here. I reached the nascent soul realm a short while ago, so I came here to stabilize my energy. No other reason, really. Xiao Pingtian replied coldly, oh, is that so? Fine. Then get out of here. I promised my master I wouldn't kill people casually anymore. That's the only reason you're still alive. I don't really have a reason to kill you, but I kind of feel like it, so before I change my mind, leave. Ichuyan said politely, senior brother, are you heading toward Yunjia Pavilion? Xiao Pingtian frowned. What does it matter to you where I'm going? Ichuyan smiled nervously. Oh, nothing, brother. It's just that the path passes near Nanjing Peak, and because of the recent rains, the trail is pretty bad. I was just saying your clothes might get ruined if you go that way. Xiao Pingtian scoffed. You didn't need to tell me that. I'm flying there anyway. He mounted his sword and soared off. Ichuyan smirked to himself. He's such an idiot. If he had gone on foot, he would have noticed the sword in the river, and then I could never have taken it. But thanks to that little bit of misdirection, he flew right past it. He grinned wickedly. Xiao Pingtian, from now on, your destiny belongs to me. You're officially my primary target. Scene shifts to Nanjing Peak, near the waterfall. Ichuyan thought, the water here is strange. Sometimes it feels boiling hot, other times it's freezing cold. That means the Cold Flame Sword must be nearby. Moments later, he spotted something glowing under the water. It was the sword. He struggled to pull it out, straining with all his strength, but after several attempts, he finally succeeded. The narrator explains, in the Qingnan continent, there are various kinds of weapons, for primary types, moral weapons, spiritual weapons, treasure weapons, and magical weapons. Each type is divided into 3 grades, low, middle, and high. The Luyan sect possesses only one high-grade magical weapon, which they never use except in dire emergencies. Most of the elders own low-grade magical weapons for their regular fights. The weapon Ichuyan just found, the Cold Flame Sword, is a low-grade magical weapon. Ichuyan held the sword proudly, saying, it may be a low-grade weapon, but its power is incredible. I can already feel my strength rising, my entire body feels stronger. Now that I've reached the nascent realm and obtained such a powerful sword, I must have completely changed my destiny. In the future, I'll become a truly great cultivator. Eagerly, he asked his system, show me what my future looks like now. The system responded. Ichuyan struggled throughout his life, and through his efforts, his life did improve. However, during a battle on a cliff, his enemy knocked him off. His body was shattered into pieces, and he died a terrible death. A major turning point will soon arrive in your life. In 1 month, an enemy will kill you, and your death will be so miserable that not even your corpse will be found. Ichuyan was shocked. What? What's going on? I already changed my fate. I got stronger. I even found this sword, so why does it still say I'll die within a month? As he was still processing the news, he suddenly heard someone screaming nearby. He turned sharply. That voice, that's Xiao Yu. That bastard is always causing trouble in our sect. He's bullied me so many times just because of his brother's name. Who's he picking on this time? In a dark forest, a terrified young woman was running, screaming, please help me. Someone, save me. These monsters won't leave me alone. Xiao Yu laughed cruelly. Go ahead, scream all you want. No one's coming to save you in this dark forest. Then, with an evil grin, he began tearing at the woman's clothes. You said with a wicked grin, don't be scared. We'll take very good care of you. You'll even start to enjoy it soon enough, so stop pretending. Just then, Ichuyan appeared from the side, and kicked you hard in the chest. Ichuyan shouted, ganging up on a defenseless girl? Don't you feel any shame? How can you even call yourselves men? Honestly, I've never seen trash as disgusting as you. Angered, you yelled, you bastard, Ichuyan. It looks like you're tired of living. Do you even know who my brother is? If you don't get out of here right now, I'll make sure you regret it. Yu's lackey stepped forward, saying, brother you, leave this to us. After one hit, he won't even be standing. Let's finish this loser off. And besides, even if he dies here, nobody will care. We'll just bury him right here and walk away. Ichiran smirked and said calmly, you can all come at me if you want, but too bad for you, dying isn't written in my fate today. The moment they rushed at him, Ichiran countered with one swift strike, instantly knocking all of them out cold. He stood over them and said, you're all from my sect, so I'll let you live, this time. But leave, before I change my mind. Terrified, Yu and his men scrambled to their feet and ran away. As they escaped, Yu shouted back, just wait, we'll come back for revenge. You hear me? You're dead next time. The girl got up and said gratefully, brother, thank you so much for saving me. Ichiran smiled slightly, no need to thank me, just be more careful next time. But then he suddenly froze in shock. His system revealed the girl's identity. Her name was Qin Jian. Her fate appeared before his eyes. This girl's future is extraordinary. She will grow stronger and stronger, and by the end of her life, people will call her the Heavenly Empress. However, during her ascension to the heavens, she will face heavenly tribulation, and on the 9th day, she will die. In about 3 months, a major turning point will occur in her destiny. The soul of the Empress will awaken inside her body, granting her incredible luck and power. The ancestors of the Luyan sect will even take her as their disciple. Qin Jian noticed Ichiran staring at her strangely. Brother, is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Ichiran thought, the reincarnation of an empress is standing right in front of me. That means in the future, she'll become an absolute powerhouse. But her destiny will only awaken in 3 months, and I don't even know if I'll survive that long. Qin Jian asked again, brother, is something bothering you? Ichiran quickly replied, no, everything's fine. Then he thought, if I want to rise higher in the future, I need to earn her trust and have her on my side. He pulled out a blood yuan pill and handed it to her. Ichiran said, take this. It will restore your energy and make you feel even stronger than before. Qin Jian hesitated. Brother, I'm really grateful, but this pill looks expensive. I can't accept it. You must have worked hard to get something like this. Ichiran gently took her hand and said, don't worry, I've already reached the nascent realm. This pill no longer affects me. But for you, it'll help you recover quickly. You need to learn to protect yourself. No one will always be around to save you. If you become stronger, that alone will make me happy. As Ichiran walked away, Qin Jian looked at him with admiration, thinking, big brother, you're such a good person. I'll never forget your kindness. Scene shifts to Yu and his gang, panting and retreating into the forest. Yu said, at least that bastard didn't chase us. Thank the heavens for that. His men, exhausted, said, brother Yu, that sword he used was terrifying. How did that trashy Ichiran get such a powerful weapon? Another one added, brother, what should we do now? There's no way we can beat him like this. Yu smirked darkly. Have you forgotten who my brother is? Once I tell him about this, he'll make sure Ichiran dies painfully, and that amazing sword will end up in my hands. That loser's finished. Just wait, when my brother faces him, Ichiran will wet his pants in fear. Scene shifts to Yunjia Pavilion. Ichiran walked cautiously through the dark corridor, muttering, why is it so dark in here? This place feels dangerous, and there's no one around. Suddenly, a voice echoed behind him. Boy, what are you doing here? Startled, Ichiran froze. Big brother, I was just passing through. I didn't mean to intrude. Please forgive me. But when he turned around, he realized he had accidentally fallen, landing right on top of someone. And that someone was none other than Zhao Pingtian. Zhao Pingtian shouted angrily, get off me right now. Ichiran laughed awkwardly. Ah, senior brother Zhao. What a coincidence. We've already met 3 times today. Zhao glared. Get out of here. I'm not in the mood for your nonsense, and just seeing your face pisses me off. Ichiran thought bitterly, this guy, Zhao Pingtian really is something else. No matter how hard I work, my fate refuses to change. Meanwhile, his destiny keeps improving, and he keeps finding new treasures. According to the system, he's about to get another one, a legendary treasure. It'll appear a month from now, but nothing's stopping me from getting to it first. The next day, Ichiran said proudly, since I've broken through to the nascent realm, I'm now an official outer disciple. No more sweeping floors, and I even have my own place now. I can finally enter the sect library too. Let's see whose destiny shines the brightest here. As he examined the disciples, he sighed. All of them are garbage. Not a single one has decent luck. Then he spotted one man, Renfeng. The system revealed, Renfeng's life is about to take a major turn. He recently broke through to the nascent realm, and soon he'll find a high-grade technique book, Soul-Severing Sword, hidden in a pile of trash near the sect. This book will completely change his life. Ichiran smirked. Looks like I've just found my next opportunity. Ichiran said, After searching the entire day, I finally found something, the Nascent Soul Sword Manual. It's an incredible book for sword cultivators, especially for those at the nascent realm. Well, at least all that searching paid off in the end. Later, Ichiran arrived at Five Sun Mountain. Opening his eyes after training, he smiled and said, "Unbelievable, in just 2 hours, I've already reached the second stage of the nascent realm. This technique is incredible. Not only has it strengthened my swordsmanship, but even my body feels much more powerful now. The more force I use when swinging my sword, the stronger my attacks become." He paused for a moment, then said, "Let's see what's changed in my destiny now." After checking, his expression darkened. "My ending, it's still exactly the same. But the turning point has changed. Instead of dying in 1 month, I'm now destined to die in 28 days. And the cause of death is still the same. Why isn't my fate changing no matter what I do? I still don't even know who my enemy is." Ichiran clenched his fists. "I can't stay still anymore. I'll spend this month collecting as many opportunities as I can. Every single one I find will increase my chances of survival. It's time to head to Lizu Cave. That's where I'll find Zhao Pingtian's next destiny event. And his destiny is always the best one to steal." But just as he said that, his foot slipped, and he fell straight off a cliff. As he tumbled down, he muttered bitterly, "Ugh, having bad luck really sucks. If I were just a normal person, life would honestly be much easier. Still, I guess it's a blessing that I broke through earlier. If my body wasn't this strong, I'd already be dead." Landing at the base, Ichiran sniffed the air and frowned. "There's a strong smell of blood coming from that cave. I should check what's going on inside." The deeper he went, the stronger the smell became. Then suddenly, Ichiran stepped on something soft. Looking down, he froze. Dozens of corpses were scattered across the floor. Before he could react, a voice shouted, "Who's there?" From the shadows emerged an elder and 2 disciples. The elder introduced himself, Liao Chenping, elder of foreign affairs from the Luyan sect. He looked at Ichan and said, "You're from our sect, aren't you? Judging by your robes, you're an outer disciple. What are you doing here? Are you on a mission?" Ichiran quickly bowed and replied, "Elder, I ended up here by accident. I fell off the cliff nearby, and after catching the scent of blood, I followed it inside to investigate." One of the disciples, Wang Shuang, frowned suspiciously. "Looking at your cultivation, you're only at the nascent realm, and yet you survived falling from that height without a single injury? That's strange. I don't trust you." Elder Chenping snapped, "Enough, Wang Shuang. We've lost many disciples on this mountain today, and we still don't know the cause. We're already short on manpower. If this boy can help us, it'll be useful." He then ordered, "Wang Shuang, Ichiyun, both of you, head to the left side of the cave and check for survivors. Many disciples are still missing." Ichiyun nodded. "Understood, Elder." Smiling faintly, he said to Wang Shuang, "Senior brother, let's go." After walking a short distance, Wang Shuang winced in pain. "Little brother, I think I twisted my ankle. Go ahead without me. I'll catch up once I recover." Ichiran thought to himself, what an idiot. He doesn't even realize he's missing out on a great opportunity up ahead. As Ichiran continued deeper into the cave, he muttered, "He just handed me his fortune because he was too lazy to keep going. If he had continued, he would have met someone important, someone who could have helped him greatly in the future. But since he gave up, that opportunity now belongs to me." After some time, Ichiran spotted a faint glow among the rocks, and a man lying motionless beside it. Ichiran said, "So this must be the guy the system mentioned. He's still breathing, though. If the system said he'll be important to my future, then this man's identity must be extraordinary." Then the system displayed information: name, Duan Heng. Fate, exceptional. In the end, he will travel to Sunset Valley, where he will be slain by a god. But before that, he will become an immortal king, and die alongside a legendary woman of great fame. Currently, he's at a turning point. Inside this cave, he is destined to find a powerful item, the mystic Yuan embryo. Ichiran's eyes widened. So he's supposed to find an artifact here, that mystic Yuan embryo. He slapped Duan Heng lightly on the cheek. "Hey, senior brother, wake up." But the man didn't move. Ichiran sighed. "Looks like he's really unconscious. Well, since he's not using this opportunity, I'll take it for myself." He began searching the area, and after a few minutes, he found it. There it is, the Yuan embryo. And wait, there's a book beside it too. He examined them closely. Incredible. This embryo contains the energy of both heaven and earth. I'll store these for now, they'll come in handy later. A little later, Ichiran called out to the others, and everyone regrouped. Elder Chenping said, "Good work, everyone. This boy's life isn't in danger, but the injury to his head is severe. We must take him back to the sect immediately for treatment. Fan Kun and Wang Shuang, you'll both stay here and guard the cave. Make sure no one else enters." As for you, Yi Chuyun, you did an excellent job today. He handed him a token and added, take this as a reward. When you return to the sect, you can exchange it for a valuable prize. Yi Chuyun bowed respectfully and smiled. Thank you, Elder. At the same time, he thought to himself, all my current tasks are done. Now it's time to head to Lizu Cave and steal Zhao Ping Tian's destiny. A while later, Yi Chuyun reached a waterfall and smiled. No one knows about Lizu Cave. In truth, it's hidden behind this waterfall. It's also one of the Luoyuan sect's secret inheritance grounds. Whoever enters can obtain our sect's ancient inheritance. A month from now, Zhao Ping Tian was destined to discover it, but thanks to my system, I found out first. He split the waterfall in two using his energy and entered the cave. It's a good thing there are no guards here today, he said with a smirk. All of them must have gone to investigate the Five Sun Mountain incident, where so many of our people died for no reason. Judging from the energy here, the inheritance trial must already be active. Let's see what kind of fortune awaits me this time. With that, Yi Chuyun stepped into the trial. Inside, he found himself in a vast realm. In the sky, a powerful ancient master stood, speaking with a booming voice. Compared to heaven itself, I am stronger. Then, with one strike, the master obliterated the countless figures below him. Yi Chuyun's eyes widened. So this is one of our Luoyuan sect's top cultivators from ancient times. His power, it's terrifying. The ancestor's spirit turned toward Yi Chuyun and said, Child, you shouldn't have entered here. If you wish to leave this place alive, turn back now. If you stay, only death awaits you. Yi Chuyun readied his sword. His attack is insanely powerful. Even though he hasn't directly targeted me, just the pressure alone is enough to make it hard to breathe. The ancestor frowned. You're stubborn, boy, and I don't like stubborn people. He unleashed a violent barrage of attacks. Yi Chuyun blocked them all with difficulty, each strike heavier than the last. Still, he growled through the pain. Running away isn't an option for me. Even if I'm destined to die in a month, I'll fight to survive. If I ever want to become the strongest among all, I must endure this, no matter what. A massive explosion filled the cave. The master frowned, sensing the aftermath. Did I use too much power? It seems I may have gone too far and killed the boy. But that's not my fault. This was meant to be a test of strength. If he couldn't withstand even a fraction of my power, how could he possibly handle my full inheritance? My last attack was too strong. Next time, I'll hold back. But then, to his surprise, he saw Yi Chuyun still standing, barely, but alive. The master laughed in admiration. You truly are remarkable, child. Only those with unshakable will can advance in the way of the sword. A person without determination will never achieve true cultivation. Very well, I've waited 100 years for someone like you. The master extended his hand, channeling immense energy into Yi Chuyun's body. The master said, listen carefully. I have bestowed upon you the Great River Sword technique, a technique of 12 layers. If you can master all 12, I can guarantee you'll reach the immortal level someday. Alongside that, I've left behind another art for you, the King's Sword technique, a supreme sword skill that can take you to the very top of sword cultivation. However, I only possess the first 5 layers of that technique. The remaining layers are said to lie somewhere deep in the southern forests. And one final warning, never practice these 2 techniques together. Choose only one. Mixing them could destroy your body and soul. Yi Chuyun smirked confidently. Only children make choices. People like me, we take everything. 4 days later, Elder Chen Ping asked, Fan Kun, did you find Yi Chuyun? Fan Kun shook his head. Elder, we searched every area, but he was nowhere to be found. Just then, they noticed a familiar figure walking toward them. Fan Kun gasped. Wait, is that Yi Chuyun? He looks completely different, more handsome, and his aura feels much stronger. Elder Chen Ping stepped forward. Yi Chuyun, where have you been these past few days? Yi Chuyun replied calmly, Elder, I went down the mountain for special training. I followed my schedule exactly and have now returned on time. May I ask, is there something you needed from me? Chen Ping nodded. Yes. Follow me. Our sect leader wants to meet you. They entered the main hall of the Yunjia Pavilion. Inside, Yi Chuyun spotted a familiar face. Senior brother Duanheng, you're here too. Duanheng smiled. Yes, junior brother Yi Chuyun. We meet again. I never got the chance to thank you personally for saving my life that day. Yi Chuyun replied modestly, there's no need to thank me, senior brother. I only did what was right. At that moment, the sect leader, Gu Xianda, turned toward him. So, you're Yi Chuyun. Yi Chuyun thought privately, this man's aura, it's incredible. Bowing respectfully, he said, greetings, sect leader. Gu Xianda smiled. You're an impressive young man, Yi Chuyun. Among all our outer disciples, you stand out the most. In 3 days, the Grand Inter-Sect competition will be held, and I want you to participate. I'm putting my faith in you, Ichuyun. Don't disappoint me. Ichuyun thought silently, what exactly is the sect leader planning? Elder Chenping said, in just a few days, the inter-sect competition will begin. Whoever performs best in that competition will receive truly remarkable rewards. Our sect leader himself has instructed that you must participate and win. Duanheng personally recommended you. Ichuyun, smiling gratefully, said, thank you very much, sect leader, and thank you too, senior brother Duanheng. I won't disappoint either of you. Gu Xianda said, you both may leave now. As Ichuyun turned to leave, Gu Xianda looked at Elder Chenping and asked, Elder Chenping, about the incident in Five Sun Mountain Cave, where so many of our disciples were killed, have we discovered who was behind it? Elder Chenping bowed slightly. Sect leader, we still don't have the full details, but during our investigation, we learned that members of the Red Ghost sect have been sighted frequently near our territory. It's very likely that they were the ones who ambushed and killed our disciples. Gu Xianda's expression hardened. If that's true, continue your investigation, and keep an eye on the Red Ghost sect. Those bastards have always been our enemies. They never stop scheming against us. Scene shifts to Ichuyun's residence. He sat cross-legged, deep in thought. No matter what happens, I must win this competition. If I take first place, I'll be promoted to an inner disciple, and that would be an enormous step forward for me. He smiled slightly. In just 4 days, I've made incredible progress. I've already mastered 3 layers of the Great River Sword technique, and 2 levels of the King's Sword technique. Just 4 days of focused practice have pushed my cultivation to the 8th level of the Nascent Realm. And while training in Lizu Cave, I also obtained a rare mental technique, the Mind Flower Sword technique, which helps stabilize my mind during battles. Even after all this, my fate still hasn't changed. I'll need to work even harder if I want to survive. Suddenly, Ichuyun sensed something behind him, a stone flying straight toward his head. He swiftly caught it mid-air and threw it back with force. A calm voice echoed from above. Good reflexes. Impressive technique. Ichuyun looked up in surprise and saw an old master sitting atop a tree branch. The old man said with a faint smile, young man, your body's quite remarkable. It seems I wasn't wrong about you. At that moment, Ichuyun's system activated, revealing information. Name, Dan Pingzhu. Nature, kind-hearted and righteous. 100 years ago, he was a great cultivator from the Boundless Realm. He was severely injured in battle and has since lived quietly within the Luyan sect, concealing his true identity. Very few know how powerful he truly is. Ichuyun thought, so this old man, he's actually one of the hidden seniors of the sect. Hardly anyone knows how strong he really is. Then, the system added, the host's fate is shifting. The dark star that once blocked your destiny has moved away. Your fortune has now ascended from evil star fate to purple fate, a far more auspicious destiny. Ichuyun frowned slightly. My fate has changed, but not enough. It still says I'll die within 30 days. Well, there's nothing I can do about that right now. For the moment, I should focus on understanding why this martial elder sought me out. He looked at the old man and said, Senior, do you have any advice for me? Pingzhu chuckled warmly. I knew you were a sharp one. You've inherited the sect's ancient legacy, haven't you? Then you must have great potential. He threw a small jade scroll toward Ichuyun. This is the Supreme Sword technique. Your yuan energy is still unstable. If you cultivate using this book, it'll help you stabilize your core and make your training far more effective. Think of your body like a furnace. The more balanced your energy, the more power it can produce. Ichuyun bowed deeply. Thank you, Senior. Pingzhu waved his hand. No need to thank me. I work in our sect's inner pavilion, handling cultivation research. If you ever need help or guidance, you can find me there. I'm quite old now, and talking to bright young people like you makes me feel alive again. Ichuyun smiled. Then I'll be sure to visit you again, Senior. As Ichuyun walked away, Pingzhu watched him and murmured, that boy, he has a good heart. After so many years, the sect's true inheritance has finally found a worthy successor, and I'm glad it was someone like him. 3 days later, intersect competition. The arena was crowded with disciples. One man said, did you hear? The rewards this year are insane. The winner will receive a rare divine pill of ascension, and even a special cultivation ticket to train in the heavenly chambers. Another disciple added excitedly, that's not all. I also heard that an elder who's been in seclusion for decades has returned. He announced that whoever wins this competition will become his personal disciple. That's huge. It could change someone's life completely. Ichuyun looked around and thought, no wonder everyone's here. But honestly, just standing around waiting is getting boring. Just then, someone tapped him on the shoulder. Hey kid, this spot's mine. Move aside, or I'll beat you up and knock your teeth out. Ichuyun looked over and said coldly, don't cut the line, or I'll be the one to cut you. The man's face darkened. Oh, what did you just say? Looks like you're tired of living. Yi Chuyan moved faster than anyone could see. One punch sent the man flying off to the side. Everyone nearby gasped. Whoa! Wasn't that guy one of the favorites to win? And this kid beat him with just one punch? The crowd murmured in awe. Did you even see what happened? That guy didn't stand a chance. This new kid's ridiculously strong. Up on the viewing platform, Rookin said, that boy, he's powerful. Beside him, Elder Kian frowned. We'll see. He's reckless. Probably just a fool who got lucky. If he's eliminated before I even get to test him, it'll be a blessing for everyone else. Just then, the host announced loudly, the inter-sect competition will consist of 4 rounds. In the first round, 100 participants will step onto the stage and fight freely. Anyone who falls off the stage will be immediately eliminated. Only the top 30 will advance to the next round. You could say, this first round like Tournament of Power. Releasing his power, Yi Chuyan said confidently, I've seen the entire Tournament of Power. Just like Jiren, I'll stand my ground, and I'm certain no one will be able to move me from here. The host then announced, the first round is over. The top 30 participants have qualified. Yi Chuyan thought to himself, if I didn't have the system, I would have fallen off the stage like the rest of them. Even though my luck is terrible, as long as I have this system, I can fix anything. The second round began. According to the luck draw, the competitors will fight one-on-one. After this, only 12 participants will remain. Yi Chuyan once again dominated the round, staying undefeated. After the third round, the host announced, we now have our top 6. Yi Chuyan smirked. That was easier than I expected. I didn't think this round would go so smoothly. In the audience, people whispered among themselves. Looks like everyone's bowing to Yi Chuyan already. Another added, wait, isn't Zhou Kun competing again this year? He's been entering this tournament for 8 years straight, and still hasn't managed to win even once. I wonder when that guy will finally give up. Yi Chuyan looked over at Zhou Kun and thought, he's been participating for 8 years, and still hasn't advanced once. There must be something seriously wrong with his fate. He activated his system to check, and was stunned. This man's luck is even worse than mine. The system displayed, Zhou Kun. Fate, extremely unfortunate. For his entire life, he will achieve nothing but failure. 1,000 years from now, he will finally succeed, only to die 1 hour later. However, he is about to reach a turning point. He will soon obtain the Jade Pendant, which will slightly alter his destiny. Yi Chuyan sighed softly. This poor guy, even his one success will come too late. Zhou Kun called out, Junior brother, let's begin our match. Yi Chuyan nodded. Even if his luck is rotten, his determination isn't. I can't underestimate someone with that much perseverance. Zhou Kun threw a handful of dice like talismans toward Yi Chuyan, expanding them in size with his ki until they filled half the stage. Yi Chuyan, calm and composed, shattered them one after another with his bare fists. Spectators gasped. Wow! Yi Chuyan broke all those dice with just a few punches. He used to be a worker disciple for 3 years, but now, it looks like he'll definitely become an inner disciple this time. Zhou Kun shouted, that was just a warm-up. Now I'll show you the true technique. I've trained for 7 years. He leapt forward, but as soon as he moved, his foot twisted, and he fell off the stage, getting eliminated instantly. Crying, Zhou Kun said, not again, the same thing every year. Yi Chuyan blinked in disbelief. Wait, did I just win? Up in the stands, sect leader Gu Xianda smiled. This year's tournament is far more entertaining than the last. We have some truly talented disciples. He turned to the elder. What do you think of that girl, Yi Qian? Elder replied, she's strong, proud and a bit arrogant, yes, but undeniably ambitious. Her personality and strength, however, don't quite match perfectly. Gu Xianda nodded and asked, and what about Rookin? Elder responded, he's talented in cultivation, but lacks vision. He can achieve much, but not greatness. The sect leader sighed. I thought either of these two would satisfy Elder Hongshu's expectations, but it seems neither of them are fit for her standards. Elder Hongshu, however, smiled slightly. That's not true. There is one disciple who has caught my attention. Gu Xianda looked surprised. Elder Hongshu, also known as the ancestor of the Luyan sect, had rarely ever taken interest in anyone before. Third round, Yi Chuyan versus Yi Qian. Yi Qian smirked as she stepped forward. So, you're Yi Chuyan. I've heard quite a lot about you. You've made it pretty far impressive. But your next match is against me, and this is where your so-called luck runs out. The audience whispered excitedly, Yi Qian is the strongest of the outer sect disciples. Everyone says she's the favorite to win this year. Looks like Yi Chuyan's finally going to lose. Yi Qian said coolly, I'll give you a chance to surrender. Admit defeat now, and you can still save your dignity. You've already won several rounds, so even if you give up here, you'll still make it to the 4th round. Yi Chuyan smirked. You say my luck's run out? To be honest, I've never had any luck. Everything I've achieved, I did it with my own strength. Yi Qian raised an eyebrow. Fine, but don't cry later when you realize how foolish that was. I gave you a chance. With that, the fight began. Yi Qian launched a series of lightning-fast strikes, but Yi Chuyan blocked each one using his sword technique of the river flow. Yi Qian's eyes widened. How is that possible? He's using a wooden sword. How can he block my attacks with that? Yi Chuyan thought. My ki is fluctuating wildly. I can barely control it. It must be because I'm using both techniques together. Yi Qian charged again. You blocked my first attack. Impressive. But let's see if you can handle this one. Yi Chuyan activated his 7-layer sword technique, his wooden sword glowing faintly. The audience whispered in disbelief. He's insane. He's fighting Yi Qian head-on with a wooden sword. There's no way he'll win. She's too strong. But even Yi Qian began to hesitate. Where's this boy getting such overwhelming energy from? Just then, Yi Chuyan's wooden sword snapped in half. Yi Qian seized the moment and slashed forward, stabbing Yi Chun through the shoulder. She smiled coldly. Reaching the top 12 was already your peak, Yi Chuyan. But wanting more than that, that's just greed. And that's why. I'll stop you here. Yi Chuyan, you were indeed a powerful competitor, but you're still far behind me. Sect leader Gu Xianda nodded thoughtfully. I knew this would happen. Yi Qian has always been the strongest among the outer sect disciples. The fact that Yi Chuyan even lasted that long against her is already impressive. Elder Hongshu, however, said coldly, Gu Xianda, it seems your judgment has become clouded. Your perception is affected by bias. Yi Chuyan's weapon was nothing more than an ordinary wooden sword, while Yi Qian was wielding a powerful magical blade. Even with that advantage, Yi Chuyan wasn't seriously injured. He's been using the 7-sword technique, and I know very well the true nature of that power. This boy is hiding his true strength. He doesn't want anyone here to know how strong he really is. He's pretending to be hurt, but he hasn't even used half of his true power yet. Just watch, you'll soon see how terrifying he really is. Yi Chuyan stood up slowly, brushing the dust from his shoulder. Yi Qian, you started celebrating a bit too early. At least wait until I'm actually down. Yi Qian looked shocked. You're not injured? Yi Chuyan thought silently. This all started because of that old man, Pingzhu. When our swords first clashed, I heard his voice echo in my head. He told me, if you wish to remain in the sect and grow stronger, you must do 2 things. First, win this competition. Second, never take any elder as your master. Yi Chuyan frowned inwardly. Why would he tell me not to accept a master? Does he want me to follow his cultivation path instead? Still, he's right. I carry a unique inheritance that only he and I know about. If I were to train under another elder, I'd be exposed immediately. So I'll have to follow his advice for now. He looked up at Yi Qian, eyes steady. I was planning to enter the inner sect by placing 6th, but now, I've changed my goal. I want the number 1 position, and if I'm going to be number 1, then, Yi Qian, you can't be. Yi Qian scowled. You don't even have a sword anymore. How will you fight me? Yi Chuyan smiled faintly. You're talented, that's true. But let's be honest, your family background gave you everything. If not for that privilege, you'd never have made it this far. Yi Qian's face darkened with fury. How dare you insult me? She infused her sword with blood, activating her blood blade technique, and lunged forward to attack. Just as her strike was about to land, Yi Chuyan summoned a faint blue aura, and suddenly, cold flame sword appeared in his hand. Yi Qian froze mid-strike. What? Where did that sword come from? Yi Chuyan parried effortlessly and countered, pushing Yi Qian back with such force that she was wounded on her arm. Yi Qian stared at him in disbelief. This energy, it's completely different from before. He's changed. If he wanted to, he could finish this fight in an instant. Yi Chuyan stepped forward, his expression calm but fierce. Yi Qian, you're too weak. He struck once, and with a single blow, Yi Qian was sent flying off the stage. The crowd gasped in shock. What just happened? Did Yi Qian, the strongest of the outer disciples, just lose in a single hit? That Yi Chuyan, is he even human? How could he become this powerful in just a few days? After the round, the host began pairing opponents for the next match. One disciple, Ji Ping, looked at the list and sighed. My opponent is Yi Chuyan. In that case, I'll surrender before the fight even starts. The crowd murmured. What? You're giving up already? Ji Ping shrugged. People call me stupid, but I'm actually quite smart. If even Yi Qian couldn't beat him, then what chance do I have? Besides, my current rank is already good enough. Brother Yi Chuyan, good luck. I'm sure you'll take 1st place. After several more matches, the final results were announced. 4th place, Ji Ping. 3rd place, Lin Rukin. 2nd place, Yi Qian. 1st place, Yi Chuyan. The host then declared, now, we begin our special challenge round. Inner disciples will now step forward to challenge these new ranking winners. If an inner disciple loses, they will be expelled from the inner sect, and their position will be taken by the victor. The first to step forward was Zhao Yulong, the elder brother of Zhao Yu. Yulong said with a smile, "Junior brothers and sisters, it's been a long time since we've met." The crowd cheered. "Brother Yulong, he's amazing. He was the first among us to enter the inner sect. There's no doubt he'll put on a great show again." From the crowd, Zhao Yu shouted nervously, "Big brother, you're incredible, but you don't know who your opponent is. Please, don't fight him. Just withdraw." Yulong smiled confidently. "Little brother, don't worry. I'll avenge you today. You've suffered enough humiliation. I'll make it right." Yu's eyes filled with tears. "It's over, he doesn't understand. Yi Chuyun's strength, he's on a completely different level." The host announced, "The inner disciples may now choose their opponents." Yulong pointed straight at Yi Chuyun. "I choose him." He stepped forward. "Boy, before this match, I already spoke with the elders. You humiliated my younger brother. Now, I'll avenge him, in front of everyone." The audience murmured nervously. Yulong made a huge mistake. Because of Yu's pride, he's about to lose his own status, and become an outer disciple again. From the stands, Yu clenched his fists and whispered tearfully, "Big brother, forgive me. I tried to stop you, but I couldn't." Yulong smirked at Yi Chuyun. "I'll give you one chance. Kneel here before everyone, admit your mistakes, lay your sword on the ground, and walk away. Do that, and I won't hurt you. Otherwise, I'll destroy you, and you'll never be able to show your face again." Acting nervously, Yi Chuyun said, "Your words, they've truly frightened me. But still, I'll fight." Yulong, furious, replied, "I gave you a generous offer, but you refused it. Fine. No more mercy. Today, in front of everyone, I'll kill you so brutally that no one will ever dare to insult my family again." But before his attack could connect, Yi Chuyun easily dodged every strike with smooth precision. Yulong gritted his teeth. "Your speed's impressive, I'll give you that. But tell me, boy, how do you plan to fight without a sword?" Yi Chuyun smirked. "To deal with a rat like you, I don't need a sword." Then, with blinding speed, he punched forward, a single devastating blow that shattered Yulong's technique midair. Yulong's attack disintegrated under the pressure of Yi Chuyun's fist. Eyes wide with disbelief, Yulong gasped, "How? Is that even possible?" He blocked a sword strike, with his bare hands. Yi Chuyun stepped in again, delivering a heavy shockwave that sent Yulong flying backward. The audience murmured in awe. "It's over, Yulong's finished." Yi Chuyun's attacks are terrifying. One strike and he completely overwhelmed him. As Yulong's body was flung out of the arena, he grabbed Yi Chuyun's ankle, trembling. Yi Chuyun looked down at him coldly. "What's this? Still not giving up?" He grabbed Yulong and slammed him back onto the stage, again and again. The host shouted, "Yi Chuyun, that's enough. Yulong is unconscious. You don't need to continue." The spectators whispered, "He's clearly taking revenge. But for what?" Yi Chuyun said calmly, "I'd stop, but Brother Yulong hasn't admitted defeat yet. Brother Zhao Yulong, do you wish to continue? Say yes, and we'll go on." Trembling and crying, Yulong gasped, "No, please, no more. I admit defeat before everyone here." The entire crowd went silent. It was the most humiliating loss anyone had ever seen. Yu covered his face and whispered, "I'm sorry, brother, forgive me." The host stepped forward and announced, "The inner sect competition has now concluded. 4 disciples have qualified for entry into the inner sect. As promised, all 4 will receive extraordinary rewards. But in addition, there's a special announcement." The crowd grew restless as they turned toward Elder Hongshu. "Isn't that Elder Hongshu, the one who's been in seclusion for years?" "Yeah, she's from Kingxia Peak, right?" Sect leader Gu Shenda said. "Yes. Elder Hongshu of Kingxia Peak is here today to select a personal disciple." Upon hearing this, Yi Qian's eyes lit up with excitement. Elder Hongshu looked at Yi Chuyun and said, "Yi Chuyun, I have decided. I want you as my personal disciple. I won't claim to be the greatest swordmaster in the world, but there are only a handful alive who can stand against me. If you accept me as your master, you'll gain immense benefits in the future, and you'll never suffer loss under my guidance. Besides, my Kingxia Peak has many female disciples. If you accept, I could even arrange a suitable marriage for you." The crowd gasped. "What? Kingxia Peak has never accepted a male disciple before. She's breaking her own sect rules for Yi Chuyun. He's unbelievably lucky. If he joins her, his entire destiny will change." Yi Chuyun took a deep breath and replied respectfully, "Elder Hongshu, I sincerely thank you for your offer. I entered this competition to prove myself, and earn the chance to become a disciple of the sect. But to be honest, I don't need a master." The entire hall went silent. He continued, "So, Elder Hongshu, please forgive me, but I must decline." Gasps echoed across the arena. Everyone stared in disbelief. No one had ever refused an offer from Kingxia Peak. Elder Hongshu's face darkened. What did you just say, boy? Gu Xianda quickly interjected. Child, don't be foolish. Elder Hongshu hasn't accepted a personal disciple in decades. Do you realize how rare this chance is? If you reject her now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Think carefully before you speak again. Yi Chuyan bowed his head. Sect leader, I'm not joking. I truly mean it. I don't wish to become anyone's personal disciple. Just being accepted into the inner sect is already a great honor for me. Elder Hongshu, I'm grateful for your offer, but I must respectfully decline. Everyone was stunned into silence. After a pause, Elder Hongshu chuckled softly. This boy is truly fascinating. I didn't think anyone in this sect would ever dare reject me, but now I know what rejection feels like. She turned toward the sect leader. Very well. If he refuses to be my disciple, then let it be so. However, since he's proven his worth, I'll make him an official inner sect disciple anyway. Later, Yi Chuyan sighed to himself. I can't believe I offended such a beautiful and powerful woman. That old man Pingzhu is to blame for all this. Still, I can't change anything now. I have to follow the system if I want to survive. He activated his system to scan Elder Hongshu's fate. Fate summary. Hongshu will become one of the greatest cultivators of her time. However, when she faces the heavenly Tao, she will fail. A turning point is approaching. She has forgotten her jade pendant at Kingxia Peak, a relic crucial to her destiny. Yi Chuyan frowned. Her end is near. That pendant might be her key to survival. Scene shift to Internal Affairs Pavilion Library. Yi Chuyan sat slumped over a table, crying. Elder Pingzhu appeared and asked, What's wrong, boy? You won the competition, didn't you? You received the Calamity Pill and the right to study any martial art in the library. Why are you sitting here crying instead of celebrating? Yi Chuyan wiped his tears and said, It's because I offended Elder Hongshu. Everyone knows Kingxia Peak only accepts female disciples, and yet she offered to take me under her wing, and I turned her down. You can't understand how much pain I feel inside. Elder Pingzhu said gently, Stop crying, child. I promise you, within just 1 month, I'll get you into the Yunhai realm. Hearing that, Yi Chuyan's face brightened with joy. Master Pingzhu, really? Are you serious? Pingzhu smiled. Of course, I'm serious. Didn't I tell you to reject Hongshu's offer? You think I'd say that without a plan in mind? First, let's go up to the 3rd floor of the library and select a book for you. Now, it's all up to your luck. Let's see what kind of technique you get. Yi Chuyan thought to himself. To even step onto the 3rd floor, one usually needs extremely high status, at least the position of a personal disciple of a master. And yet, here I am, getting access this easily. This old man really is something. After half an hour of searching, Pingzhu sighed impatiently. You've been standing here forever. Haven't you found a book yet? Hurry up and choose one already. I'm getting bored. Yi Chuyan replied. There are so many fighting techniques here, but I don't want anything related to brute combat. What I'm looking for is a movement technique, something that improves agility and speed. There are a few that look interesting, but I can't decide which one to choose. Pingzhu watched him thoughtfully. This boy's smarter than most. Even though he's a sword cultivator, he values other disciplines too. Most sword cultivators make a fatal mistake. They ignore body refinement and movement techniques, which limits their growth later in life. But this one, he understands the balance. Still, he looks confused. I should help him. Pingzhu reached for a book and handed it to Yi Chuyan. This one, it's called the Soul Step Technique. Once mastered, your steps will be as light as the wind. It's an upper-grade earthly movement technique. It can greatly enhance your speed and flexibility. Even for master-level cultivators, this technique is extremely difficult to perfect. But if you can master it, no one will be able to catch you. Yi Chuyan bowed deeply. Thank you so much, master. No matter how difficult it is, I'll learn it. I promise. Then he asked curiously, By the way, old man Pingzhu, do you know Elder Hongshu personally? Pingzhu nodded. Yes, I know her. But why do you ask? Yi Chuyan sighed. I offended her earlier. So, I was hoping to apologize properly. Do you have any idea how I could get her to forgive me? Pingzhu's expression softened. Hongshu. Yes, I do feel bad for her sometimes. She used to be a truly kind and cheerful woman, always putting her disciples first, giving them every opportunity she could. Because of her, her disciples reached incredible heights. Everyone believed they'd go on to achieve greatness, but that very success became her curse. Her disciples' progress drew attention, and soon, the enemy sects began hunting them down, one by one. Eventually, all of her disciples were killed. Yi Chuyan's eyes widened in shock. All of them? Not even one survived? Pingzhu nodded solemnly. Yes, Elder Hongshu was deeply attached to her disciples. Losing them broke her completely. That's why she hasn't taken another disciple for years. Honestly, being her disciple is dangerous, not because of her, but because of the curse that seems to follow her. No ordinary person deserves to take on that risk. Then Pingzhu warned him, and don't speak too much about Hongshu here. If she hears you talking about her, she might attack you on the spot. Remember, she's one of the senior-most members of our sect. The other elders even call her Luyun ancestor. Yi Chuyun's eyes widened. She's the Luyun ancestor? He thought to himself. I remember reading in Jian's notes that she's destined to become Luyun ancestor's disciple. If I can somehow bring the two of them together earlier than fate intended, it might work in my favor. Maybe then, Elder Hongshu will forgive me. Scene shifts to White Leaf Peak. This was the mountain where all the female disciples lived. A girl said weakly, Jian, I'm not feeling well today. Can you please do my chores for me? Jian protested, Senior Sister Jin, you've been asking me for days. If the elders find out that I'm doing your work, I'll get punished. Jin replied lazily, oh, don't worry, the elders are far too busy to notice. They're all preoccupied with the recent competition anyway, so just do my work for me, okay? Another disciple nearby chimed in excitedly, speaking of the competition, I went to watch it, and it was incredible. There was this senior named Yi Chuyun, his performance was unbelievable. Everyone thought Yi Qian would win first place, but Yi Chuyun easily defeated all his opponents. And when Elder Hongshu herself approached him to accept him as her disciple, he actually refused her in front of everyone. The girls gasped. He refused Elder Hongshu. The girl continued, yeah, he said he doesn't need a master at all. He looked so cool while saying it. It takes guts to say something like that. Jin crossed her arms. Elder Hongshu must not have offered him anything special, that's all. You all remember how hard our leader worked to gain senior brother Zhao Pingtian, right? He offered everything he had for it. Then Jian spoke softly. I already knew senior brother Yi Chuyun was amazing. He's strong, talented, and not arrogant at all. If he refused Elder Hongshu, I'm sure he had a good reason. The other girls laughed. Haha, listen to her, she's talking like she knows him personally. Jin smirked. Careful, Jian. Don't even mention his name so casually. If anyone hears you say senior brother Yi Chuyun, you could get in trouble. You'll never get close to someone like him anyway. They say even senior cultivators can't stand against him. He's completely out of your reach. Jian shook her head firmly. No, that's not true. I've actually met him before, and he's really kind. He's not arrogant at all. The girls burst out laughing again. Sure you have. You probably just dreamed it. Jin chuckled. My cousin knows senior brother Yi Chuyun personally, and she's told me a lot about him. So, trust me, I know far more about him than you do. Don't go making things up. At that moment, Yi Chuyun himself entered the hall and said, I'm looking for Qin Jian. Is she here? All the girls froze. Their eyes widened in shock. Wait, senior brother Yi Chuyun? He's here? At our peak? Jin immediately stood up and said, Senior brother, did you come here to see me? Yi Chuyun frowned. Sorry. Who are you again? I'm not here for you. I came to see Jian. I need to speak with her about something important. Jin's face turned red with embarrassment. She stammered, but senior brother, Jian is currently on duty today. You can't just take her away like that. Yi Chuyun's tone hardened. Oh really? Do I need your permission now to speak to someone? Do you think you have the authority to talk arrogantly to your senior? Jin immediately panicked and bowed deeply. I'm so sorry, senior brother. Forgive me. Jian can go with you, of course. We'll handle her duties for her. Later, Jian walked beside Yi Chuyun nervously. Senior brother, where are we going? Yi Chuyun smiled faintly. Sorry. I forgot to tell you. Jian quickly replied. No, it's fine. You've already helped me so much. After everything you've done, I'd do anything to repay you. Yi Chuyun thought to himself, she really is an amazing girl. After I gave her those 4 blood spirit pills, she broke through 4 cultivation layers and even unlocked her sacred body. Her growth from now on will be incredible. Then Yi Chuyun spoke seriously. Junior sister, you probably know that a few days ago, I refused Elder Hongshu's offer to become her disciple. That really offended her. Now, the only way I can make peace with her is by bringing her a new disciple to train. If I can't do that, I might end up in serious trouble. So, would you be willing to become her disciple for me? Jian looked at him, completely stunned. Jian, shocked, said, Wait, me? You want me to become Elder Hongshu's disciple? Yi Chuyun nodded earnestly. Yes, please, do this for me, help me out just this once. Even if Elder Hongshu rejects us, it's fine. At least we'll have tried. Honestly, I don't know any other female disciple in the entire Luyun sect besides you, so you're the only one who can help me right now. Jian hesitated, thinking to herself, if I refuse him, there'll be no one left to help. Everyone knows how powerful and how short-tempered Elder Hongshu is. If she attacks him out of anger, he won't survive. To save his life, I have no choice but to help him. Finally, she said softly, "All right, senior brother. I'll help you." Yi Chuyan smiled. "Good. We'll be meeting Elder Honshu soon. When you see her, give her this pendant. She's been searching for it for a long time. If you hand it to her personally, she'll be pleased." Jian looked at the pendant curiously. "Brother, where did you get this from?" Yi Chuyan replied, "Oh, that's a long story. I'll tell you later." He thought to himself, "Actually, this pendant originally belonged to her. I picked it up after defeating that old fool Shuang. Poor guy, so unlucky." Scene shifts to entrance of Kingxia Peak. Yi Chuyan stood at the gate and shouted loudly, "Elder Honshu, I've brought you an incredible opportunity. If you come out now, I promise you'll love what I've got for you." Jian tugged at his sleeve, embarrassed. "Senior brother, please stop yelling. If you keep shouting like that, she'll get angry for sure. You're being way too loud, and honestly, kind of annoying." Just then, a terrifying spiritual attack shot toward them from inside the peak. A woman appeared in front of Yi Chuyan. It was Elder Shan Guan, one of the senior elders of Kingxia Peak. Furious, she snapped, "Who gave you permission to stand before our peak and shout like that?" Yi Chuyan quickly bowed and said, "Elder Shan Guan, I didn't mean any disrespect. I came here because I accidentally offended Elder Honshu earlier. I just want to apologize and make amends, nothing more." Shan Guan glared at him. "So, you're here to apologize? And this is how you do it, by bringing along a body-tempering realm girl? You really think you can appease Elder Honshu with this child? You must take our elder for a fool. I'll teach you a lesson myself." Without warning, she launched a deadly strike at Yi Chuyan. Yi Chuyan thought quickly, "She's insane. If even one of her attacks lands, I'm dead." But before the strike hit, a sword flashed between them. Duanheng appeared just in time and blocked the attack. "Elder, you can't attack my junior brother like that." Shan Guan's eyes narrowed. "You dare stop my attack?" Duanheng bowed respectfully. "Elder, I understand my junior brother offended Elder Honshu, but he came here sincerely to apologize. Attacking him when he's come in peace isn't right, that's why I intervened." Shan Guan roared and sent another strike toward him. "You're just a disciple, don't tell me what's right or wrong." Before the clash could escalate further, Elder Honshu herself appeared, her presence instantly silencing everyone. "Shan Guan, what do you think you're doing? Stop this at once, or you'll end up hurting everyone here." Then she turned to Yi Chuyan. "Now, boy, show me what you've brought to prove your sincerity. But hear me well, if your gift is worthless, I'll destroy your soul myself, and you'll never reincarnate." Yi Chuyan bowed deeply. "Elder Honshu, I brought this junior sister with me. There's no one more worthy in the entire sect to become your disciple than her." Jian's eyes widened. "Senior brother, what are you saying?" Yi Chuyan whispered, "Don't worry, just give her the pendant I gave you." Jian stepped forward nervously. "Elder Honshu, I found this pendant near Kingxia Peak. I thought it might belong to you, so I brought it back." Shan Guan scoffed. "Ha, that cheap little trinket? It's not even made of a valuable material, just plain metal. You two must have a death wish if you think this will please her." But as soon as Elder Honshu saw the pendant, her expression changed. Her eyes softened. "I see, so this is what's going on." Shan Guan, step back. "I need to speak with Jian alone." Shan Guan frowned. "All right, Elder, but I still think this girl is ordinary. There's no way Yi Chuyan's claims about her are true." Honshu turned coldly toward her. "Enough. I said step back, I'll handle this myself." After Shan Guan left, Honshu smiled faintly. "This child recently awakened, didn't she? Her talent is extraordinary. I can tell she'll become very powerful in a short time, perhaps even one of the greatest cultivators in the world. This girl isn't ordinary at all. Her veins carry the divine flame bloodline, one of the rarest and strongest in existence." Jian gasped. "Elder Honshu, are you talking about me?" Honshu nodded. "It seems Chuyun you were right. You brought me an exceptional disciple indeed. But tell me, no one gives such a valuable gift for free. What is it that you want in return?" Yi Chuyan smiled. "I knew it, Elder Honshu. You're extremely clever. All I ask for is a promise. If, in the future, I ever find myself trapped in a life-threatening situation, one from which I can't escape, will you come and save me?" Honshu laughed softly. "So, you fear death after all, boy." Then she thought to herself, even Shan Guan couldn't sense Jian's true potential, but Yi Chuyan saw her bloodline instantly. This boy is fascinating. Finally, she said, "Very well. Take this, a golden leaf charm. It will protect your life once. And as a gesture of gratitude, I'll make a public announcement. From today onward, both of you are officially part of Kingxia Peak. Yi Chuyan, you won't have a master yet, but you'll belong to my peak from now on. That means we'll take responsibility for you in the future. However, you must visit my peak at least once every week. If you don't, I won't guarantee your safety." Ichiyun, with tears in his eyes, said, Elder Hongshu, thank you so much. You don't know how great a favor you've done for me today. Just then, Duanheng approached and said, Brother, looks like things worked out after all. Ichiyun smiled faintly. Yes, Brother Duan. Thank you, truly. If you hadn't stopped Elder Shanguan earlier, I'd definitely be dead by now. Duanheng waved his hand dismissively. Don't mention it. We're brothers, after all. Besides, I just happened to be passing by. By the way, I saw your fight with Yi Qian, and honestly, it was incredible. You're a remarkable fighter, Ichiyun. Watching that match made my whole day. You've only been in the inner sect for a short time, right? How about we train together sometime? I specialize in sword techniques, and I could help you learn them. Ichiyun nodded enthusiastically. That sounds great, brother. If we train together, it'll benefit both of us immensely. A few days later, Ichiyun stood alone, glancing around. Brother Dan didn't show up today. He's usually so punctual with training, but he's running really late. Anyway, I've been practicing with Elder Pingzhu and Duan for quite a while now, but my cultivation hasn't advanced at all. I'm completely stuck at the 9th level of the nascent realm. Elder Pingzhu said that to break through, I'll need real combat experience. Cultivation alone won't help. But where am I supposed to find an actual fight? Just then, he noticed 2 disciples running past. One of them shouted, The 5-Sun Mountain Cave is under attack. Several of our disciples have been killed, and the elders guarding the mountain have already gone to help. The injured disciples are being brought back, and all remaining sect members are being summoned to assist. Ichiyun's eyes widened. 5-Sun Mountain is under attack? Brother Duan must have gone there, that's why he hasn't shown up. Moments later, Duanheng appeared, his arm bandaged and his robe torn. Ichiyun rushed to him. Brother Duan, you're hurt. Duan smiled faintly. Yeah, it's nothing serious. I thought you'd be waiting here, so I came to check on you. I know your cultivation's been stuck lately, so I brought you something from the mountain, this rare spirit stone. It'll help you break through. Breaking through the nascent realm is extremely difficult, so use this when you cultivate. It should give you the boost you need. Ichiyun's eyes welled up again. Brother Duan, you're too kind. I've never met anyone as selfless as you. Duan's expression turned serious. Listen, this treasure is very rare. Because of that, it might bring trouble for both of us. If anyone finds out you have it, they'll come after you. Ichiyun nodded. Understood, brother. I'll be careful. But you're injured. Go rest for a while. I'll train a bit longer, then head back. Duan nodded and left. But as Ichiyun resumed training, he suddenly felt a strange presence behind him. Someone had been watching. Next morning, Ichiyun muttered to himself angrily, that bastard escaped. Who was spying on us last night? Whoever it was, his intentions definitely weren't good. Suddenly, the bushes nearby rustled. Ichiyun smirked. Finally caught you. I've been chasing you all night. Now, let's see who you really are. He lunged forward to attack, but before he could strike, a fist shot out from the bushes, and hit him squarely in the chest. Ichiyun stumbled back, glaring. It was Zhao Pingtian. Pingtian frowned. Ichiyun, are you attacking me? Ichiyun thought bitterly. Why does my luck always drag this guy into everything? And judging by his aura, he's about to obtain some incredible items again. Just great. Ichiyun quickly said aloud, Brother Zhao, wait, it's a misunderstanding. I thought you were a thief or something. Ping Tian crossed his arms. You know this is Yunjia Pavilion's back mountain, right? No one's allowed here. You'd better leave before you cause trouble. Before Ichiyun could reply, a calm but firm voice called out, Wait, is that Ichiyun? They both turned. It was Elder Gu Xuanda, the sect leader's assistant. Ichiyun immediately bowed. Greetings, second leader. Gu Xuanda smiled. I heard you've joined Kingxia Peak, correct? Ichiyun nodded. Yes, sir. My master said that simple cultivation isn't enough anymore. If I want to grow stronger, I need real-world combat experience. That's why I came here. Gu Xuanda turned to Ping Tian. Ping Tian, take Ichiyun with you, on the Chen family mission. He'll assist you, and it'll also help him complete the task given by his master. Ping Tian frowned. Sect leader, the Chen family mission only requires one person. I'm confident I can handle it alone. Ichiyun quickly added, Please, sect leader, let him go alone. His skills are far above mine. I might just slow him down. Gu Xuanda chuckled. Oh really? You think you're that weak? If we're talking about progress, there's not a single disciple in the entire Luyan sect who's advancing faster than you. You'll go with Ping Tian. Consider it an opportunity to learn. He has plenty of experience, and you could benefit from it. Then, turning away, he said, All right, that's settled. You two can leave for the mission immediately. Ichiyun bowed respectfully. Thank you, sect leader. I'll do my best. As they left, Ichiyun said, Let's go, senior brother. Ping Tian sighed to himself, annoyed. Why did Master pair me with this idiot? The narrator began explaining. Qin Family Fort is a remarkable city that has been under the protection of the Luoyan sect for thousands of years. Because of their presence, no major masters or invaders have dared to attack it. As a result, the city has grown prosperous and peaceful. Every 10 years, the Qin Family Fort holds a grand ceremony to honor their ancestors. During that time, the Luoyan sect disciples arrive to protect the city and ensure the event runs smoothly. Qian looked around and said, "Senior brother, this place is incredible. It looks like a fair will start here soon. But senior brother, you still haven't told me, what exactly is our mission? Is it something dangerous?" Ping Tian frowned and snapped, "Shut your mouth already. Our only job here is to watch over the city and make sure the ancestor worship ceremony goes well. Nothing more. And stop with your endless questions, you're giving me a headache. If you ask one more stupid thing, I swear, I'll kill you myself before any master gets the chance." Just then, a butler from the Qin family came running toward them. Qin Heba said respectfully, "Senior brother Zhao, finally, you're here. We've all been waiting for you." Ping Tian replied, "Everyone at the main sect is quite busy right now, so the master asked me to handle this mission personally." Qin Heba smiled, "That's wonderful news for us. It's an honor to have you here, senior brother Zhao. By the way, who's this with you?" Ping Tian said dismissively, "He's just a useless disciple who came down from the mountain uninvited. I have some important matters to discuss with the Qin family head, so take me to him immediately." Qian thought silently, this Ping Tian is unbelievably arrogant. One day, I'll take everything he values, every opportunity, every bit of recognition, and then let's see if he dares talk down to me again. Out loud, Qian said politely, "Butler Chen, this is my first time in the city. Would you mind showing me around?" Heba replied coldly, "There's plenty of work to do in the family estate. I don't have time to babysit you. If you want to explore, do it yourself." As he walked away, he told his men, "That boy's useless. Don't waste your time on him." Qian clenched his fists, so that's the kind of man he is, a bully who kneels before the strong and tramples the weak. He's clearly noticed that Ping Tian doesn't like me, so he's acting this way just to please him. Fine, let them enjoy their arrogance. When my chance comes, I'll show them what I'm truly capable of. At that moment, a stone flies straight toward Qian. He looked around irritably. Who threw that? Never mind, I'll just ignore it. He bent down to tie his shoelaces, and by pure coincidence, the same stone bounced off and struck Qin Heba on the head. Startled, Qian muttered, "What kind of prank is going on here?" Guards rushed over. "Butler, are you alright?" Heba, furious, shouted, "Who's the bastard who attacked me? That brat from the Luoyan sect is getting too full of himself. We'll have to teach him a lesson. Move! Surround him." They all encircled Qian. Qian said calmly, "Butler Chen, I've been patient with your rudeness, but this time, you've gone too far." Heba snarled, "Enough with your acting. I know what you are, a piece of trash. Let's see how cocky you are when we beat you down." At his signal, his men lunged at Qian. Heba added proudly, "I only bow to powerful people. I'll never kneel to a low-level disciple like you." 30 minutes later, all of Heba's men lay beaten and groaning on the ground. Qian stood tall, dusting off his hands. So this is how the Qin family behaves, attacking people without even knowing who's right or wrong. Just then, a young girl's voice shouted, "Let go of my Uncle Chen, or I won't let you go either. And if I tell my father about this, he'll definitely kill you." Qian turned and saw a young lady from the Qin family, the family's young miss. He said flatly, "Don't threaten me. I already know you're the one who threw that stone." She crossed her arms defiantly. "Fine, I threw it. So what? Don't you know who I am? In this city, I can do whatever I want, and no one can challenge me. Now let go of my uncle, or you'll regret it." She lashed out with her whip, but Qian swiftly caught it midair and pulled hard, dragging her forward. The girl panicked. "If I crash into him, how will I maintain my dignity?" At the last second, Qian stepped aside, and she flew past him, crashing straight into a wall. Qian smirked. "Ouch, that must have hurt, but I'll admit, that was kind of fun to watch." The young miss, red-faced and furious, shouted, "You're horrible. I'll tell my father, and he'll make sure you're killed." Just then, the Qin family head, Qin Nanfeng, arrived with his guards. He barked, "What's going on here?" Duan Heng greeted Qian politely, "Junior brother, how have you been?" Qian added, "Senior brother Duan, you're here too." Soon, everyone gathered inside the main hall of the Qin family estate. The family head said sternly, "I understand what happened now. Daughter, I've spoiled you too much. You keep causing trouble, and now you've even attacked our guests." The young miss pouted, "Father, please forgive me. That guy's awful. He attacked our people first." Nanfeng roared, "Silence. You started all this nonsense." And you, butler, you're an even bigger fool. If you were just an idiot donkey, that'd be better. How could a human be this brainless? You said this man was just a useless disciple? Don't you realize he's a direct disciple of King Peak? How dare you offend someone that powerful? He turned to his guards. Take Butler Heba away and lock him in the punishment cell. He'll spend the rest of his life in confinement. Crying bitterly, the butler said, Senior brother Chuyun, please forgive me. If you say a word on my behalf, they'll let me go. Chuyun replied calmly, Butler Chen, don't worry. I've already punished these people myself. There's no need for you to face any further punishment. Please forgive them. Chen Nanfeng, the family head, said, Junior brother, please forgive me as well. I truly regret what happened to you. As compensation, I'd like to offer you 300 spirit stones. Please don't refuse them. Chuyun smiled slightly. Alright then, if you're offering so kindly, I'll accept. Nanfeng nodded. Our junior brother is a good man. He doesn't wish to punish anyone harshly. Butler, take the young miss to her room immediately. She's grounded. She won't be allowed to leave her room for the next 5 days. The young miss glared angrily at Chuyun as she was escorted away. Suddenly, a man in purple robes rushed into the hall, out of breath. Patriarch, there's a serious problem. Nanfeng frowned. Speak quickly, what happened? The messenger said. We've just received a report from Mount Wuyang. During our sex ancestor worship ceremony, a group of strangers suddenly interfered, causing chaos and disrupting the rites. We believe their intentions are malicious. Should we send someone to investigate? Nanfeng, shocked, exclaimed, someone is daring to disturb our ancestor ceremony? Chuyun thought to himself, finally, the moment I've been waiting for. Now I can steal Ping Tian's destiny. According to his fate, he was supposed to encounter a mysterious man on Mount Wuyang, and obtain a rare cultivation manual that would help him achieve a breakthrough. But this time, that manual will be mine. Later, Chuyun and Ping Tian set out toward Mount Wuyang. As they arrived, Chuyun said, I didn't expect it to be this dark here. Ping Tian replied mockingly, if you're scared, you can always go back. Chuyun smirked. No, it's not that. It's just, there isn't a single sound around us, not even an insect. When a place is this quiet, it usually means something dangerous is lurking. Just then, they noticed a shadowy figure darting through the trees. Both of them immediately chased after him. Chuyun thought, Ping Tian is incredibly fast. Even though I'm using my movement technique, I still can't keep up with him. Out loud, he said, Senior brother, that man seems to be leading us somewhere. I think it might be a trap. Ping Tian smirked. Then let's find out what kind of trap it is. Then he throws his sword towards that man, striking him in the leg. The man fell to the ground, wounded. Ping Tian barked, Speak, who are you? If you hesitate even for a second, I'll kill you right here. The injured man laughed weakly. You can't kill me. Xiao Ping Tian, we came here specifically to kill you. And now, using our special technique, you won't be able to escape. Ping Tian narrowed his eyes. You think you can kill me alone? The man suddenly activated a vanishing technique and tried to flee. Chuyun shouted, Senior brother, if you go ahead, tell me first. Ping Tian responded quickly, Chuyun, hurry back to the Chen family fort and warn Nanfeng. Tell him we're under attack by the Red Ghost sect. I'll stay here and hold them off. Then he rushed into battle. Chuyun called out, Senior brother, wait. You're going the wrong way. There are no enemies over there. At that moment, a figure appeared behind Chuyun. The Red Ghost sect assassin sneered. Well, I didn't expect you to be this capable. Ping Tian has already fallen into our trap and is running around in confusion. But you figured it out, that this entire place is a setup. Chuyun said coldly, so the Red Ghost sect only knows how to lay traps. You think you can kill Ping Tian? Not a chance. In fact, I'll kill you instead, and take your precious ancient manual for myself. The assassin's eyes widened in shock. What did you just say? He knows about the manual. The man thought desperately. How could he have figured that out? Chuyun smirked. So I was right. You really do have the ancient manual. In that case, it belongs to me now. He struck swiftly, slicing the man's arm clean off. The assassin screamed, collapsing to his knees. Master, please, don't kill me. You want the manual, right? I'll give it to you, just spare me. Even as he bled, the Red Ghost sect member thought, how is this possible? I'm at the Yunhai realm, but I still can't defeat this guy. How can he be this strong? Chuyun said, I might let you live, but first, tell me how to break this formation. The man sobbed, I swear, I don't know. I was only ordered to lure Ping Tian here. My mission was to kill him. The rest of my team was assigned to attack the Chen family fort. That's all I know. Chuyun's expression hardened. Then you're useless. He struck again, killing the man instantly. Breathing heavily, Chuyun muttered, this is the first time I've ever killed someone. But if I hadn't done it, it would have caused huge problems later. If he had escaped and reported my strength, it would have been impossible to keep my power hidden. He picked up the glowing ancient manual from the ground. So this is it. I can tell, this book's power is terrifying. With my current cultivation, I can't even open it yet. He tucked it away. For now, I need to leave. Senior brother Ping Tian is still trapped somewhere, but he might return any moment. And since the assassin mentioned his comrades are going to attack the Chen family fort, I have to hurry back there immediately. The scene shifted to the outer area of the Chen family fort. The once lively outskirts were now littered with corpses. Every guard and fighter of the Chen family lay dead. Members of the Red Ghost sect stood among the bodies, laughing cruelly. If you see anyone from the Chen family, kill them on sight. And if you spot any disciple from the Luyan sect, cut them down too. They are our main enemies. Chuyan thought to himself, I never imagined the Red Ghost sect would have already seized control of the outer area of the Chen family fort. Senior brother Ping Tian is still inside. I can only hope he's managing to handle things somehow. If I try to barge in using brute force, it'll only draw attention. I'll have to be smart about every move I make. Meanwhile, among the Red Ghost sect soldiers, one of them returned excitedly and said, Brothers, we did an excellent job out there. The guards at the gate stopped him. Wait, if you want to leave, show your disaster jade. Without it, no one leaves the fort. The man nodded nervously. Ah, disaster jade? Right, just a second, I'll show it. Chuyan thought, so they're using jade passes for security checks. The Red Ghost sect guard narrowed his eyes. You're dressed like us, but you don't even seem to know what a disaster jade is. Could it be that you're not one of us, and you've disguised yourself to infiltrate our ranks? Chuyan's heart raced. Damn, they're suspicious already. Looks like I'll have to fight my way in after all. Some of these men won't be walking out alive. Just as the guards prepared to attack Chuyan, Wang Ru and her disciples from the Luyan sect suddenly charged in, weapons drawn. Kill these bastards. As long as we're alive, the Chen family fort will not fall. As Chuyan entered the city amidst the chaos, he thought, what's going on here? Why are so many Luyan sect disciples fighting here? If Ping Tian was their main target, why are they attacking the Chen family fort so fiercely? And where are the elders? Why did they send only disciples to defend such an important stronghold? The Red Ghost sect is capable of anything. They must have deployed one of their elite divisions here. He clenched his fists. I don't even know what happened to the team I came with. I just hope Senior Nanfeng is still alive. I have to find him and include him in my plan. Once he joins me, my strategy will become foolproof, and I'll be able to save Senior brother Ping Tian too. Just then, Chuyan noticed two Red Ghost sect members dragging a wounded Chen family guard across the ground. The guard spat blood and shouted, The Luyan sect will never forgive you. You'll all die horrible deaths. One of the Red Ghost sect men sneered, We'll see about that. He stabbed the guard through the chest, killing him instantly. A man wearing a golden mask stepped forward. The Chen family cultivators are stubborn. Even when they know they're doomed, they still refuse to surrender. Once we capture the city lord's mansion, everything they own will be ours, and their spirit will break completely. He turned to one of his subordinates. I sent you to the 5 Sun Mountains. What did you find? The man bowed. I searched thoroughly, master, but I didn't find anything there. The golden masked leader growled. I don't care what it takes. I want those 2 items. Bring them to me at any cost. The man replied quickly, Yes, master, I'll find them, but it may take a little more time. The golden masked man said coldly, Before the Luyan sect elders arrive, you'd better disappear. If they recognize you, you'll die before I can save you. As he turned, his eyes suddenly caught sight of Chuyan, still in disguise. He approached and placed a hand on Chuyan's shoulder. What are you doing here? Chuyan bowed slightly and replied calmly, The Luyan sect disciples have started attacking the front gate, so I was heading there to join the fight. Chuyan thought silently, It seems that I can't see the fate of people whose faces are hidden behind masks. The golden masked man handed him a map. This contains the entire layout of the city lord's mansion, every hall, every chamber. Tell everyone to follow the plan marked on this map. If they do, they'll encounter no resistance. Chuyan glanced at it and thought, this map is incredibly detailed. It's clear their goal isn't just to attack, they're trying to capture the city lord's residence. And from the looks of it, they're searching for something inside. One of the masked men yelled impatiently, What are you waiting for? Move! Chuyan nodded. Yes, sir. I'm on my way. The scene shifted to the outside of the city lord's mansion. The area was covered with bodies. The Red Ghost sect had slaughtered nearly everyone. One of the Red Ghost sect warriors laughed. No matter how hard you struggle, you'll all die by our hands. He raised his sword and killed the young Mrs. Bodyguard right in front of her. But before he could move again, Chuyan appeared, cutting the attacker down in one swift strike. The remaining Red Ghost sect soldiers shouted in shock. What the hell are you doing? You're one of us. Why are you killing our men? Chuyun tore off his mask and threw it aside. Who said I'm one of you? I am nothing like you, and I never will be. The young miss, stunned, gasped. You're Chuyun. The surviving guards murmured. He's from the Luyan sect. But what's the point of him being here? His cultivation isn't even as high as ours. What can someone at his level possibly do? Chuyun smirked. True, your cultivation may be higher than mine, but having higher cultivation doesn't make you stronger. He charged forward, his sword blazing with energy, cutting through the Red Ghost sect soldiers like a storm. His speed and power were overwhelming, so fast that the enemies couldn't even react. The onlookers were frozen in disbelief. Chuyun turned to them and said, So, were you saying something about my cultivation level? Do you still want to compare? The young miss, awestruck, replied softly, Chuyun, I never imagined you could be this powerful. You saved me today, and for what I did before, I sincerely apologize. Chuyun said, If you're sincerely apologizing, then fine, let's forget about our past. But tell me something, where is Senior Duan? I came here specifically to find him. The young miss replied, When the Red Ghost sect first attacked, Senior Duan led a small group to fight them off. Everyone else eventually returned, except for him. He's been missing ever since. No one in the entire city has seen him. Shocked, Chuyun muttered, Senior Brother Duan is missing? Meanwhile, inside the Patriarch's mansion, chaos had erupted. The disciples and elders were panicking, shouting, Patriarch Nanfeng, what's going on? We came here to celebrate the ancestor ceremony, not to die. Please, tell us what the Red Ghost sect wants. If they're after money, we'll pay them whatever they want, just keep us alive. Chen Nanfeng raised his hand and said firmly, Everyone, calm down. There's no need to panic. We'll soon have the Red Ghost sect under control. The young miss, angry at the cowardice around her, shouted, All of you are pathetic. Our Chen family has helped you countless times, and now, when we're in trouble, you blame my father instead? I've never seen such spineless people in my life. Chuyun stepped forward and said, Patriarch Chen, I can help you in this situation. Our senior brother Ping Tian has been trapped by the enemy, and our entire sect has been blocked outside by the Red Ghost sect. They've poured all their strength into sealing the area, making sure no one from our sect can enter. It's clear they've been planning this for a long time. Every move of ours, every defense, has been anticipated. I also managed to obtain this map from one of the Red Ghost sect members. According to them, there's an extremely valuable item hidden inside the Chen family fort. This map marks the exact spot where it's supposed to be located. The Red Ghost sect hasn't found it yet. If they had, everyone here would already be dead. Nanfeng frowned. So that's what they're after. The other men murmured nervously, Then just give them whatever they want, Patriarch. If they get what they came for, maybe they'll leave us alive. Our survival is what matters most right now. Nanfeng ignored them and turned to Chuyun. Junior brother, you said you have a plan to deal with this. Tell us. The scene shifted to Chuyun, fighting inside the ancestor hall of the Chen family fort. He slashed through a group of Red Ghost sect fighters, saying, I've already taken down every one of their men in this area. But it's clear the Red Ghost sect has infiltrated every corner of this place. Nearby, more of the sect's men were talking among themselves. The leader said that if we capture 10 ancestral halls, we'll each receive a breakthrough pill as a reward. That pill will help us reach a breakthrough instantly. Chuyun thought grimly, so the Red Ghost sect is suffering losses both inside and outside. They're dying by the dozens. That means they probably have one clear goal: grab whatever they came for and escape, minimizing their casualties. I must stop them from finding that item, no matter what it takes. He attacked again, cutting down 5 or 6 more enemies in a single strike. I just have to hold them off, until our Luyan sect elders break through their defenses and arrive. Once they do, these Red Ghost cowards won't stand a chance. But until then, I'll have to keep fighting. These enemies may be weak individually, but there are far too many of them. And I've been fighting non-stop. My body is already starting to give out. Meanwhile, on the roof of the hall, 2 masked figures were watching the battle from above. One of them said, This boy is impressive. He's guarding the entire ancestral hall by himself. The other, wearing a silver mask, replied, We've already searched this place before and found nothing. But look, these people are fighting to the death to defend it. There must be something here worth protecting. And besides, the Luyan sect elders have already broken our seal. They've escaped the 5 Sun Mountains, and will arrive in less than half an hour. Once they get here, we won't be able to do anything. We need to finish our task before then. Shura, go down there and deal with that boy. Make it quick. Shura leapt down from the roof, landing in front of Chuyun. Chuyun dodged his first strike and thought, This guy is fast, really fast. Shura sneered, You're only at the nascent soul realm, and yet you've killed so many of our people. You've been showing off your power all this time. Let's see just how strong you really are. Chuyin smirked. So you've been watching me fight from the roof all this time, huh? Finally decided to come down and face me? Shura's eyes widened. He knew we were there, but we were completely hidden. Chuyin took a deep breath and began channeling his energy. This attack, I've never used it on anyone before since mastering it. You should consider yourself lucky, fat man, because after this strike, you probably won't be alive to see another. Shura said coldly. Why is this boy's power increasing? Before he could react further, Chuyin charged forward, unleashing his great tiger roar technique, dodging the powerful attack with a smirk. Shura taunted, I'll admit, that was a strong strike, impressive, even. But compared to my speed, your attack is far too slow. What's the use of power if it can't even hit its target? Your technique still has many flaws, boy. Unfortunately, you'll never get the chance to correct them. With that, Shura threw a heavy punch. Chuyin quickly brought up his arm guard to block, but the force of the blow sent him flying backward, crashing into the ground. Despite the hit, Chuyin laughed. Now this is getting exciting. He gathered his energy again, activating his hidden spirit technique. Shura's eyes widened. He has another hidden technique? So that earlier attack, he used it to bait me, to draw me in close, and now that I've taken the bait, he's going for his real strike. Damn, I walked right into his trap. I can't dodge this one. A massive explosion shook the hall as Chuyun's attack hit. The Chen family fighters around them screamed and fell back, blinded by the blast. What happened? Did we win? Senior brother, that attack was incredible. Chuyun said sharply. Don't celebrate yet. The fight isn't over. Through the smoke, they saw Shura on his knees, wounded and gasping. I underestimated this kid. He looked up at the silver-masked man nearby. Huangshi, what are you waiting for? Go, finish him. Huangshi smirked. You talked too much during the fight, Shura. If you had focused instead of bragging, this wouldn't have happened. Without moving from his place, Huangshi raised a hand, and a deadly wave of energy erupted from him, vaporizing several of his own men in an instant. Chuyun's eyes widened. That attack was unbelievably fast. If I didn't have my step technique, I'd already be dead. He steadied his breathing. I've used the King Yuan sword technique twice already. My body's reaching its limit. If I don't retreat soon, these guys will definitely kill me. Shura stood shakily, glaring. Running away? Are you? After killing so many of my men, you think you can escape? Chuyun thought quickly. If I reach the inner chamber, I can use Hongshu's artifact. That might be my only way to survive. Then, from below, a familiar voice shouted, Chuyun, over here. It was the young miss, waving her hand. Chuyun frowned. What is she doing here? She'll get herself killed. He dashed to her, grabbed her arm, and said sternly, move aside. If you stay here, you'll die for no reason. But as he pulled her back, a glowing barrier suddenly surrounded the house. Shura and Huangshi try to enter, but the barrier rejects them completely. The young miss said quickly, this is our Chen family's ancestral residence. Our ancestors placed a powerful barrier around it. It can hold off intruders for a short time. Right now, this house is our last hope. Most of my brothers and uncles are already dead. Chuyun said reassuringly, don't lose hope. I know where your father is. A few moments later, they entered Chen family residence. Chen Nanfeng said with relief, junior brother Chuyun, you've finally returned. He turned to his daughter. Jiao Yu, stand guard outside. Make sure no one enters. Yes, father, she said, hurrying out. Chuyun said urgently, Patriarch Chen, if there's something you need to say it clearly and quickly. We don't have much time, every moment counts. Nanfeng slowly got down on his knee. Junior brother, please, save my daughter. Chuyun's eyes widened. Patriarch, what are you doing? There's no need for this. Nanfeng shook his head. You've seen it yourself, saving the Chen family is impossible now. So I beg you, take my daughter and get her out of here. Even if I die, as long as she lives, I'll die content. Chuyun protested, but the Luyan sect elders will arrive soon. The only reason they're not here yet is that they were trapped by the Red Ghost sect's formation, but they've broken free. They'll be here any moment. Nanfeng sighed. Our ancestral barrier is the last line of defense we have. Once it breaks, the Chen family is finished. They're already attacking it. It's only a matter of time before it falls. Before I die, there's only one thing I want to say. Please, save my daughter, Jiaoru. No matter what it takes, take her to Qingxia Peak. That place, it will be completely safe for her, Chuyun said. I'm already badly injured. In this condition, I can't even protect myself. Taking responsibility for Jiaoru's safety, it would be nearly impossible for me. Chen Nanfeng said firmly, then look at this item. This is called the Dragon Jade, an ancient artifact passed down by our ancestors. It's the reason our family has grown stronger generation after generation, and, ironically, the reason we're being destroyed now. I can tell, junior brother, you're a good man. You've risked everything to save us, even though we can't repay you. I trust you completely. Take this artifact, and take Jiao Ryu with you. There's a secret passage beneath this hall that leads out of the city. It's the only way you can both escape safely. Chuyun looked at the jade, realization dawning on him. So this is what the Red Ghost sect has been searching for all along, Nanfeng said firmly. Don't refuse, junior brother. Chuyun nodded. Don't worry, Patriarch Chen. As long as I'm alive, I won't let anything happen to your daughter. Just then, a loud crash echoed through the hall, the gate was shattered, and a group of terrified townsmen stormed in. Jiao Ryu cried. I told them not to enter, but they forced their way in. The mob shouted angrily, your father locked us inside this barrier to protect us, and now he's dooming us all. The Wang family head stepped forward. We're all going to die anyway. We know the Red Ghost sect wants something that you're hiding, Patriarch. Give it to them, now. Otherwise, we'll kill you ourselves. Why should we all die because of your stubbornness? We've done nothing wrong, yet we're being dragged into your family's war. Chen Nanfeng said calmly, everyone, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back shortly. Chuyun turned and entered the inner chamber, taking Jiao Ryu with him. Inside, Jiao Ryu looked at Chuyun anxiously. Chuyun, what are we going to do? Are those people trying to force my father to give them the artifact? My father is a good man, he's helped them so many times, but those cowards have already forgotten his kindness. Chuyun replied, no matter what they do, Patriarch Chen will never hand over the artifact. You must stay calm. If you panic, you'll only make things worse. He thought to himself, when I arrived here, I made a mistake, and that mistake led to this disaster. I should have read Patriarch Chen's fate first. If I had, none of this would have happened. He focused his spiritual sight and muttered, Patriarch Chen's destiny shows that the Chen family fort will perish with him. Before dying, he will activate the family's secret formation to protect his daughter. But because of this, Duanheng will torture him, and in the end, Duanheng will kill him. Chuyun's eyes widened in shock. Wait, senior brother Duanheng? It says here that he will kill Patriarch Chen, and even torture him before that? Why? Senior brother Duanheng came here to protect them. Why would he do something like that? Just then, Chen Nanfeng activated a teleportation array. Smiling faintly, he said, if the Red Ghost sect wants to come here, let them. Those bastards will leave empty-handed, just like always. The array's activation caused a tremor, the protective barrier around the mansion shattered. From outside, Shura growled, have they lost their minds? They're destroying their own barrier from the inside. The silver-masked man said coldly, the barrier is broken. It's time to move in, and check where the artifact is. Once we find it, kill everyone. Inside the teleportation array, Jiao Ryu panicked. Chuyun, what's happening? Why are we flying? Chuyun replied, it's because we're standing directly on the teleportation array. It's activating. At that moment, they noticed blood smeared across the gate, and the moment they opened it, they saw the entire courtyard outside filled with corpses. At the center stood the silver-masked man, holding Patriarch Chen by the neck. Stop the formation, he ordered. Patriarch Chen said weakly, I've already activated it. No matter what I do, it won't stop now. Jiao Ryu says, senior brother Chuyun, I'm begging you, please, save my father. He's a good man. He's never done anything wrong. Chuyun said firmly, Miss Chen, calm down. Right now, we have to escape. If we stay, your father's sacrifice will mean nothing. He would never want to see you die before his eyes. The silver-masked man smirked. If you try to leave, I'll make Chen Nanfeng suffer a death worse than you can imagine. Think carefully, girl. Do you want to watch your father die right in front of you? Tell your friend to stop the formation, that's the only way he'll live. Patriarch Chen shouted, my children, go! You must live, and become stronger than me. Through tears, Jiao Ryu cried, no, father, please forgive them. You haven't done anything wrong. Why isn't this formation stopping? Brother Chuyun, please, save him. If you don't, I'll end my life once he's gone. Chuyun clenched his fists, then suddenly struck her gently on the neck, knocking her unconscious. As she fainted, Jiao Ryu whispered weakly, Chuyun, please save my father. I'm weak, but you're strong. Tears filled Chuyun's eyes. I'm sorry. If I were truly strong, I could have saved everyone. But because I wasn't, so many have died. Moments later, the teleportation array carried Chuyun and Jiao Ryu away, toward the Luoyuan sect's territory. But as they traveled through the array, Chuyun noticed something wrong. This route, it leads to the Luoyuan sect, but the array's power is fading. Its speed is slowing down. Too much energy was used to activate it earlier. It won't last long. He looked to the side. What should we do? Suddenly, a shadow appeared. One of the Red Ghost sect assassins had used a speed talisman to chase them. Chuyun realized grimly, the array's losing power fast. If this continues, he'll catch up to us. and we'll have no way to fight back. He exhaled deeply. I have no choice, running won't help anymore. It's better to fight here and now. He landed in the middle of a dense forest. The Red Ghost Sect assassin appeared before him, sneering. Struggling is useless. No matter how hard you try, you can't escape me. Hand over the artifact, and I'll let you and the girl live. Chiyun replied coldly. Do you take me for a fool? We both know that if I give you the artifact, you'll kill us right after. Patriarch Chen gave his life protecting it, and you think I'll just hand it over? Well, I have to admit, your acting skills are impressive, isn't that right, Duanheng? Removing his mask, Duanheng smirked and said, Junior brother, you're not as foolish as I used to think. We were once good friends, so I'll give you a fair chance. Quietly hand over Chen family's treasure, and I promise not to make you suffer. I'll give you a swift and painless death. Oh, and you still have something that belongs to me, don't you? Remember when we first met in the Five Sun Mountain Cave? You stole one of my artifacts there. Chiyun frowned. How do you even know I have that artifact? You were unconscious when I found it. Duanheng chuckled. I found out later. You and Wang Shuang went into the cave that day. When I asked Wang Shuang about what happened, he told me he never entered, that you went in alone. And you know what? He told me this right before he died, so I'm sure he wasn't lying. Besides, your recent growth has been extraordinary. If someone improves that fast, they must be hiding incredible secrets. And now, I know exactly what yours are. Just then, Chiyun's system spoke in his head. Your fate has changed. You will soon be killed by Duanheng in Sunset Valley. Even if you take the calamity pill, it won't help you. Chiyun was stunned. What's going on? I was supposed to have 15 days left to live, and now the system says I'll die within an hour? He clenched his fists. Well, I do have the calamity pill. If I take it now, maybe I can break through. Duanheng's cultivation is much higher than mine. Without help, I can't win anyway. If everything depends on fate, then let's gamble on fate itself. He swallowed the pill. Duanheng laughed mockingly. You actually took the calamity pill? Idiot. You're only at the 9th stage of nascent realm, and to absorb that pill's energy, you need to be at least Yunhai realm. I don't need to kill you now. Your body will explode on its own in a few minutes. Chiyun collapsed to his knees, groaning in pain as the pill's energy surged inside him. Duanheng said coldly, I know you're suffering. Hand over the artifact, and I'll grant you an easy death. Chiyun thought quickly, if he attacks me, the impact might help me release this energy. That could be my chance to break through. Just as Duanheng prepared to strike, cold flame sword appeared between them. Duanheng's eyes widened. What? Why is your weapon protecting you? Don't tell me it's a spirit artifact that already recognizes you as its master. Damn it, junior brother, just how many powerful artifacts do you have? Chiyun was equally shocked. I didn't even know my sword could do that. It's defending me automatically. But then he realized something terrifying. If it keeps protecting me, I won't take any hits, and if the energy inside me doesn't escape soon, my body will explode. Duanheng smirked. You really are impressive. Even while dying, you still manage to give me benefits. Don't worry, after you're gone, I'll take very good care of all your precious artifacts. Chiyun sneered. You talk too much. You can't even touch me with your attacks, so how exactly are you planning to kill me? Duanheng scoffed. You're one step away from death, and you still act arrogant. Fine, I'll end this now. Chiyun suddenly tossed his sword aside and shouted in his mind, Come on, hit me. Attack me so this energy can burst out. Duanheng lunged forward, but again, the cold flame sword flew back and blocked the blow, saving Chiyun at the last second. Blood dripped from Chuyun's mouth. My body's energy is building up too fast. If I don't do something soon, I'll explode. Duanheng laughed. I'm just waiting for that moment, kid. Let's see who dies first. Chiyun grabbed a nearby stone and hurled it at Duanheng. It hit him squarely in the head. Chiyun grinned weakly. What's wrong, son? Giving up in front of your father? I know I'm your father figure, but at least die with some pride. Enraged, Duanheng roared, You'll regret that. He activated his blood demon technique, binding the cold flame sword in midair. This technique severs your bond with your weapon. Now your sword won't come to save you again. He grabbed Chiyun by the throat. Nothing to say now, brother? Looks like your savior isn't coming this time. Chuyun's mind raced. Come on, fool. Attack me already, or I'll die from this energy overload. Then, out of nowhere, Chiyun kicked Duanheng hard between the legs. Duanheng screamed in rage and pain. You bastard. I'll kill you. He punched Chiyun brutally in the chest. Duanheng smirked. Well, I'll admit, killing you was easy. What a waste of the calamity pill. It would have been so useful to me. Let's see, you didn't have the dragon jade, so that means the artifact must be with your little female companion. He turned toward young miss, who was trembling nearby. I know you're awake, girl. You're just too scared to move, aren't you? Your body's shaking like a leaf, and honestly, I'm enjoying the view. Young Miss thought in despair. Because of me, Brother Chuyun died. I'm nothing but bad luck. Everyone close to me ends up dead. My father, my brother, and now him. Duanheng sneered. You're becoming a distraction. So, I'll paralyze your body. He stepped forward, reached out his hand, and stabbed her. Duanheng, in shock, said, What's going on here? Where did that artifact go? This girl doesn't have it either. Scene shifts to Chen family fort. We see Elder Chen Ping standing over Shura's dead body. He said coldly, Has there been any news about Zhao Ping Tian and Ichuyun? Those 2 children are still missing. Another elder replied, No, Elder Chen Ping. We haven't found any trace of them yet. Chen Ping frowned. We've already wiped out every member of the Red Ghost sect, but we still haven't located those kids. We must find them at all costs, or the sect leader will be furious, especially because Zhao Ping Tian is very important to him. Everyone knows that boy is the sect leader's favorite. If even a single scratch appears on him, the consequences will be disastrous. Scene shifts to Sunset Valley. Duanheng paced angrily, muttering to himself, What the hell is going on? Where's the dragon jade? I saw Chen Nanfeng give that artifact to the boy, but now he doesn't have it. I've worked so hard just to get that artifact. Years of pretending, manipulating, and earning everyone's trust in the Luyan sect, and now, after everything, it's gone. He clenched his fists in rage. I endured all this, infiltrated the sect, and killed countless people just for that one artifact, and now it's missing? But just as Duanheng raised his weapon to finish Chuyun off, a sudden surge of energy erupted from within Chuyun's body. Duanheng froze in shock. What? He was dead. How is there energy flowing through his body again? Was he pretending to be dead this whole time? Well, that's actually great news. If he's still alive, he can tell me exactly where the artifact is. Chuyun slowly stood up, his eyes glowing with power. I've broken through. I'm now a cultivator of the Yunhai realm. From now on, it will be my power that decides who lives and who dies. He raised his hand and unleashed his technique, Great River Sword Technique. Duanheng sneered, You just advanced to the Yunhai realm. No matter how strong you've become, you can't harm me. I'm in the Sky Control realm, far beyond your level. But Chuyun suddenly vanished in a blur and struck him with incredible speed. Duanheng staggered back, coughing blood. How is this possible? Your speed, how did it increase this much? Chuyun replied coldly, Don't be surprised. This fight isn't over yet. Realizing he was outmatched, Duanheng panicked. I have to escape. If he attacks again, I'm dead. But before he could flee, Chuyun unleashed his 7-sword technique, bombarding Duanheng with a flurry of attacks. Duanheng screamed as his body was torn and burned by the assault. This is impossible. There's a 2-realm difference between us. How can you be defeating me? Chuyun stood tall. Face it, Duanheng, you've lost. Duanheng gasped. Yes, I've lost. Junior brother, please, don't kill me. Your last attack crippled my cultivation. There's no point in killing me now. If you let me live, I can tell you incredible secrets about the Red Ghost sect. Secrets that could change your destiny. Chuyun hesitated. All right, speak. What do you know? Duanheng began to explain. 500 years ago, deep within the desert of our country, a mysterious palace appeared, the Jinyuan Palace. No one knows where it came from. It was said to contain unimaginable treasures, and the deepest secrets of cultivation itself. In just a short time, Jinyuan Palace became world famous. Powerful cultivators from all over tried to enter, but none ever returned. Everyone who went inside, died. Our Red Ghost sect's ancestors also tried to explore it. They discovered that only those with 3 special keys can unlock its gates. The first key is the Dragon Jade, which you currently possess. The second key is the Mystic Sun Embryo, sealed in the cave you explored. That's another artifact you have. As for the third artifact, I don't know what it is or where it's hidden, but anyone who possesses all 3 can open the gates of Jinyuan Palace. He coughed weakly. Junior brother, that's everything I know. If you spare me, I'll tell you even more about Jinyuan Palace later. Just let me live. He slowly began to back away. Chuyun nodded slightly. Thanks for the information. Duanheng smiled faintly. There's no need to thank me. After all, we were brothers once, and you've shown me mercy. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. But suddenly, his legs froze in place. He looked down in panic. Junior brother, what are you doing? You said you'd let me go. Why are you using your power to stop me? Chuyun's expression turned cold. Did you really think I was that naive? That I'd fall for your tricks again and again? If you were Zhao Ping Tian, I might have spared you, because at least he's honest about his cruelty. But you pretend to be righteous while being filth inside. Men like you disgust me. He stepped closer, his sword glowing. It's because of people like you that I can't trust anyone enough to call them brother again. So yes, your death is necessary. With one swift strike, Chuyun ended Duan Heng's life. He stood over the body and muttered, "I can't do anything with this information yet, but at least now that he's dead, my destiny must have changed." Just then, the system voice echoed in his mind, "A turning point approaches in your life. After killing Duan Heng, you will return to Luyuan's sect. There, your sect members will accuse you of treason and expel you." Chuyun's eyes widened. "So now I'm the child of misfortune again. I thought my luck was changing, but it's only gotten worse." He clenched his fists. "I haven't done anything wrong. Why would my own sect throw me out?" He glanced at young Miss, still lying paralyzed nearby. She was stabbed by Duan Heng's dagger. That strike caused severe blood loss. He knelt beside her. "There's only one way to save her now. I'll have to use my golden leaf." He took a deep breath. "Looks like I don't have any other choice left." A day later, we're shown a scene from Yunjia polling. The sect leader, Gu Xianda, was furious. He shouted, "Elder Chen Ping, what kind of disgraceful act have you committed? The entire Chen family fort, home to 348 families and over 1,000 cultivators, has been wiped out. All of them are dead. Not just that, over 100 of our sect's disciples, who went there, were also slaughtered. Tell me, Elder Chen Ping, how am I supposed to explain this to the Grand Elders? They'll demand answers. How could something like this happen under our own roof?" Chen Ping bowed slightly and said, "Sect leader, please calm down. Even we had no idea something like this would occur. After investigating, we discovered something shocking. Our disciple Duan Heng had been collaborating with the Red Ghost sect. It was all because of him that everything went wrong. When we went to capture him, he was already dead." The sect leader slammed the table. "Dead? You were supposed to bring him back alive. Why didn't you capture him?" Chen Ping quickly replied, "Please don't worry, sect leader. Duan Heng and Chuyun were very close. They often called each other brothers. If we can somehow prove that Chuyun was also working with Duan Heng, then Ancestor Hongshu won't be angry at us. After all, Chuyun lives at her peak. Once the blame falls entirely on him, all of us will be in the clear." Gu Xianda sighed heavily. "I feel bad for Chuyun. He's extremely talented, but to protect ourselves, we'll have to do something terrible to him." He looked up. "Where's Chuyun now? Bring him to me." A guard entered hurriedly and said, "Sect leader, Chuyun has returned." Scene shifts to the discipline hall. Chuyun was being restrained by several disciples. One of them yelled, "Confess everything right now. We know you're just like Duan Heng, a traitor to the sect." Hong Hai stepped forward and said coldly, "Chuyun, everyone knows you were close to Duan Heng. You went on that mission together intentionally. You must have conspired with him to betray us." Chuyun glared at them. "If you want to accuse me, go ahead, but you have no evidence to prove anything." Inwardly, he thought, "Duan Heng, you vile bastard, even after death, you're still ruining my life." He remembered the token Duan had given him. It was actually a Red Ghost sect token. "Even in death, you continue to curse me." Out loud, he said, "Let's be honest here. You're all framing me intentionally. You know I didn't do anything wrong, but you need someone to take the blame." Zhao Ping Tian interrupted harshly, "Stop wasting our time. The master ordered me to interrogate you thoroughly, and extract every secret you're hiding. I can use any method I want. So, before I stop being polite, you'd better confess, otherwise, these nails you see here will soon pierce your body. They don't just hurt, they suppress the soul. The pain will be unbearable. You'll wish for death, but it won't come." Hong Hai added, "Just confess, Chuyun. Hiding the truth will only make things worse. If you resist, you'll lose your cultivation, and your soul will shatter. There's no point in fighting." Chuyun growled, "You all know perfectly well that I'm innocent. You're doing this just to ruin my name. There's not even a shred of proof against me, yet you're already torturing me. If I survive this, my reputation will still be destroyed." Ping Tian sneered, "Then confess and save yourself." He hurled one of the cursed nails at Chuyun. But before it could hit, a barrier of light suddenly formed around Chuyun, deflecting the nail. Everyone froze in disbelief. How is that possible? These nails are powerful artifacts. Why can't they pierce his body? Ping Tian growled, "I'm not giving up." He hurled nail after nail, but none could touch Chuyun. Hong Hai stared, astonished. Unbelievable, his body's become so strong that even these nails can't pierce him. What is he, the man of steel? Xiao Ping Tian shouted angrily, "Tell me, what have you done? Every time I see you, you look more mysterious. You must have stolen something from me, didn't you? Because of you, I've suffered. Even my body can't withstand the power of these nails, so how are you surviving this? If it weren't for the master's orders, I'd kill you myself right now." Hong Hai quickly intervened, "Calm down, Ping Tian. If you kill him, Elder Hongshu will be furious, and we'll all have to answer for it. You know we're following the sect leader's plan. If you act rashly, you'll ruin everything." Just then, a female voice echoed from behind them. Well, let's see which of you dares to lay a finger on him. Chuyun looked up in surprise. Who's that? Everyone turned. It was Jian, who had just entered the hall. She said firmly, if you're so brave, go ahead, touch him. You're attacking him based only on rumors and lies. I'm warning you now, release him immediately, or this won't end well for any of you. Hong Hai turned to Ping Tian and whispered, our plan worked. The master said that once Ancestor Hongshu's direct disciple arrived, we were to let Chuyun go. Ping Tian snapped, Hong Hai, stay in your place. You don't need to tell me what to do, or what not to do. I'm not some fool, I can handle things myself. He then turned toward Jian and said mockingly, so, who decided that this traitor Chuyun should be released? Don't tell me this was your decision. Jian frowned and replied coldly, Ping Tian, mind your attitude and remember who you're talking to. I am the direct disciple of Ancestor Hongshu of our Luyan sect, and in terms of status, I stand equal to your own master, the sect leader. Even he shows respect when he speaks to me, so be careful with your tone. Ping Tian gritted his teeth. Fine then, Junior Ant, what exactly do you want to say? You already know what this man has done. According to his crimes, what punishment do you think he deserves? Jian replied calmly, my master said that Chuyun indeed made a grave mistake. However, he also performed an extraordinary act. He saved the last surviving heir of the Chen family. Everyone knows that if not for Chuyun, the entire Chen family line would have been wiped out. Because of his merits, my master has chosen to pardon his crime, but as punishment, Chuyun is to be expelled from our sect. He will no longer be an inner disciple of the Luyan sect. Instead, he'll serve as a gatekeeper at the mountain entrance. That is the punishment my master has assigned. If anyone here has objections, they can take it up directly with her. Ping Tian clenched his jaw but forced a smile. Since this decree comes from the ancestor herself, no one will object. I'll report everything to the sect leader when we return. But inside, he seethed with hatred. I swear, if I ever find that girl alone, I'll kill her. She won't escape next time. Later, Jian and Chuyun were walking together. Chuyun smiled faintly. Junior sister, that was incredible. You completely shut down Ping Tian. Honestly, having a disciple like you around is a real blessing for both of us. Now those two won't dare bully us again. Jian stayed silent. Chuyun frowned. What's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Tears welled up in Jian's eyes as she said softly, Senior brother, I'm just so relieved that you're alive. All this time, I was only pretending to be calm. You don't know how terrified I was before. Chuyun looked at her in surprise. He thought, in less than a month, she's made such incredible progress in cultivation. She was only at the refinery level before, but now she's reached the 8th stage of the nascent soul realm. She really deserves the title of Heavenly Empress. It says here that she pleaded with Ancestor Hongshu on my behalf, and even received a 3-day punishment because of it. Chuyun's expression softened. She's done so much for me, he said gently. Junior sister, you did an amazing job. If it weren't for you, your senior brother would be dead by now. Jian shook her head. The Chen family suffered terrible losses. An entire city under our protection was destroyed. Sect leader Gu Shenda was under heavy pressure. The elders and my master were ready to blame him for everything. So, to shift the blame, they made you their target. This time, my master managed to protect you, but now, you've become the sect's scapegoat. They'll come after you eventually, so please, be very careful. Chuyun nodded. Don't worry, junior sister. I've got plenty of ways to protect myself. If I'd known they were plotting against me earlier, I'd have been better prepared. Still, you're right, there aren't many allies left for me in the Luyan sect. It's clear that staying here is only going to bring danger. Looks like my connection with this sect will soon come to an end. Half a month later, we see Chuyun living in his gatekeeper's hut at the mountain gate. In just 15 days, he had advanced to the 5th level of the Yunhai realm. He sat cross-legged, deep in thought. My cultivation keeps growing stronger, and my techniques are becoming more refined. Honestly, it's because of my technique that I'm getting so powerful so quickly. In this Mystic Sun embryo, it's truly an extraordinary artifact. It contains enough energy to supply the entire sect for years. It even absorbs spiritual energy from the surroundings, and channels it directly into me. But the downside is, I've already absorbed most of the nearby energy. So now, my cultivation isn't improving as quickly as before. Still, it's at least 100 times faster than any normal cultivator. He sighed. There's still something I don't understand. Why didn't those soul nails pierce my body that day? There's only one person who can answer that, Old Man Pingzu. He reached into his system inventory. I also have this ancient manual, the one that belonged to Ping Tian. His treasures are always impressive. I should check what this one does. He looked around in confusion. Wait, where's the manual? It's gone. He scrolled through his system. I can't pull it out from my inventory. System, don't tell me you ate my artifact. You can't just take my treasures like that. The system spoke. Your ancient manual isn't a physical book. It's actually a set of ancient texts that have already merged with your mind. If you focus deeply within your consciousness, you'll soon be able to comprehend and learn the technique. Chuyun sat down and entered his spiritual domain, concentrating his energy. He murmured, "The system was right. I can see the ancient texts swirling inside my mind. This technique seems to be divided into two parts. The first part explains the nature of ancient and rare beasts, how powerful they can become, and how they harness their inner energy. The second part describes how to control them. So this isn't just any technique, it's actually a beast controlling manual. This technique will be incredibly useful to me. Right now, my cultivation isn't strong enough to capture powerful beasts, but once I grow stronger, I could command entire armies of them. Imagine, an army of beasts under my control. No one would dare challenge me in battle. Truly, Ping Tian, your luck was extraordinary. Every artifact you left behind is a masterpiece." Scene shifts outside the Luyan sect. A stranger stood before the gates. "I've come from the beast-controlling sect. I seek an audience with your sect leader, Gu Shenda." The guards stepped forward. "Our sect leader doesn't meet outsiders without reason. First of all, you don't have an invitation, and second, you've already injured one of our disciples. Is this how your beast-controlling sect behaves? Seems like you're no different from the wild beasts you tame. No manners at all." The man's eyes blazed with anger. "How dare you insult my sect?" Just then, Chuyun appeared and said calmly, "This beast of yours, it's magnificent. It's fur is soft and glossy, clearly well cared for." The man scowled. "Don't touch my beast. That's a Zhu tiger. No one touches it except me." The system voice echoed in Chuyun's mind. This man's name is Li Hozi. In the future, his arrogance will be his downfall. He will attempt to control all 18 White Mountain apes at once, but they will tear him apart, ending his life. However, before that, he will stumble upon a hidden ancient treasure, located at the Daiyun peak of the Luyan sect, where he will gain a rare opportunity. Chuyun thought, so, getting involved with him might lead me to something valuable. When Li Hozi tried to punch Chuyun easily caught his fist. "You're in the Yunhai realm, right? With that weak level of power, you can't defeat me." Li Hozi's eyes widened. "Impossible. How did you block my full-strength punch?" Chuyun smirked. "I'm just a humble gatekeeper. If you can't even beat me, what makes you so confident to act all high and mighty?" With that, he struck back, sending Li Hozi flying straight into his Zhu tiger. Li Hozi shouted, "Zhu tiger, attack him. Kill this insolent fool." Chuyun chuckled to himself. "Perfect. This is the best time to test my new skill." He raised his hand and activated the beast control technique. The tiger froze, its eyes glowed faintly, and within moments, it submitted to Chuyun's will. He grinned. "Looks like the technique works flawlessly. I can control a beast without any resistance. Incredible." Li Hozi was stunned. "Zhu tiger, what are you doing? Come back here." Chuyun said calmly, "You may be skilled in beast taming, but unfortunately for you, you met me. Your skills are worthless in front of mine. Now, watch carefully, your own beast will teach you a lesson." He commanded, "Zhu tiger, attack him." The tiger roared and lunged toward its master. Li Hozi screamed, "No, that's impossible. I spent years taming that beast. How could you take control of it in just seconds?" Just then, a powerful aura descended from above. "Stop this fight immediately." Everyone turned. It was Elder Li Hong, one of the elders from the beast-controlling sect. Li Hong said sternly, "Young man, I admit that my disciple lacks manners, but you are clearly very talented. I ask you to return his beast. He spent years raising and bonding with it." Chuyun thought, "This old man seems reasonable enough." He said aloud, "If I'm not mistaken, you're an elder of the beast-controlling sect. However, elder, this fight took place between two junior disciples, so it's not appropriate for an elder to intervene. Besides, since you're currently standing on Luyan sect grounds, you must respect our rules. We have a designated place for keeping beasts here, so your disciple's tiger will be well taken care of." Li Hozi shouted angrily, "What nonsense! Zhu tiger belongs to me. He's not staying here." Li Hong sighed. "Very well, young man. We'll do as you say." Chuyun smiled. "Elder, you're truly a wise man." Li Hozi glared at Chuyun. "Boy, just wait. I'll make you pay for this." Chuyun thought to himself, "I'm not afraid of the future. My luck is already terrible anyway. Even if I do nothing wrong, bad things still happen to me. So I might as well seize every opportunity that comes my way. That's the only way to stay alive." 2 hours later, the scene shifts. We see Chuyun arriving at Daiyun Peak. Chuyun murmured, "It's been quite a while since I started exploring the ancient cave, but I still haven't found the opportunity that fate supposedly promised me." Suddenly, something caught his eye. "What's this? Are all these herbs growing inside the cave? I can feel an incredibly rich spiritual energy radiating from them. Could it be that even the elders of the Luyan sect don't know such a place exists? Perhaps Hosey came here while searching for a beast, and discovered this area by chance. Then he noticed something glowing faintly among the herbs, a pendant. This pendant, it's absorbing all of the surrounding spiritual energy. Chuyin reached out and picked it up. I should keep this with me. Let's see how I can use the absorbed energy later. Since I'm constantly surrounded by danger, having more artifacts will definitely increase my chances of survival. Just then, his system notified him, a turning point is approaching in your life. 3 days from now, Zhao Yulong and his brother will attack your hut, bringing along a powerful master. However, they will not be able to kill you. Chuyin frowned. Those bastards Zhao Yulong and Zhao Yu are coming back to cause trouble again? This time, I'll make sure neither of them leaves alive. 3 days later, Yuhu said nervously, Brother, are you sure this plan will actually kill Chuyun? Sitting nearby, Ping Tian smirked. Don't worry, this technique will definitely work. They had secretly released dozens of poisonous snake into Chuyun's room. Yulong explained, these snakes are in Yunhai realm. I spent a fortune getting them. Just one bite from these, and Chuyun will die instantly. As soon as he said that, one of the snakes lunged at Chuyun and bit him. Yu grinned. Brother, the snake bit him. But, why isn't he screaming? Yulong laughed. You fool, these snakes are extremely lethal. He's probably paralyzed already and can't even react. Yu scowled. Because of Chuyun, our lives have been ruined. Dying in his sleep is too easy for him. If it were up to me, I'd have tortured him first. Just then, a voice came from behind them. Chuyun said coldly, Oh, were you two talking about me? And you, fat one, you think you can torture me? The brothers froze in shock. Yulong shouted, You bastard. Because of you, I was expelled from the inner sect. You ruined my life. I'll never forgive you. Chuyun replied calmly. And you really think just the two of you can kill me? You sneered. You betrayed our sect, Chuyun. You deserve death. Yulong grinned viciously. I have a powerful beast that will make quick work of you. He released his 7-colored fury python. The enormous serpent hissed and lunged toward Chuyun. Chuyun jumped back, eyes widening. That's a 7-colored fury python. A high-tier beast that only beast sect masters can control. Wait, does that mean Li Hozhi is working with these two? He always hated me. I wouldn't put it past him. Yulong laughed mockingly. What's wrong, Chuyun? Not so arrogant now, are you? You smirked. He's terrified, brother. Look at him. He knows death is standing right in front of him. Yulong continued. He's not even a disciple anymore, just a gatekeeper. His death won't matter to anyone. Chuyun narrowed his eyes. You've given me quite a few surprises today, but it's only fair I give you one in return. You barked, stop acting tough. Order the beast to finish him off. Yulong nodded. You're right, he's lived long enough, time for him to die. But suddenly, the 7-colored python turned, and began slithering toward them. You shouted, Brother, what's happening? Why is it attacking us? Before they could react, the serpent devoured both of them whole. Chuyun stood calmly, controlling the python with his energy. You said if I died, no one would care, but it seems you're the ones whose deaths won't matter to anyone. Just then, Ping Tian appeared. He shouted, Chuyun, how dare you kill members of our sect? I saw everything with my own eyes. You murdered them without reason. Chuyun looked at him and said, Senior brother Ping Tian, I didn't expect you to show up here. Before Ping Tian could reply, the python lunged at him, but Ping Tian countered swiftly. You think your little beast can harm me? With one strike, he killed the python instantly. Chuyun gritted his teeth. He's strong, far stronger than I imagined. I can't even land a single attack on him. Later, they dragged Chuyun to the main hall of the Yuzhen Peak. Elder Gu Shenda scolded. We were still investigating your previous misconduct, and now you've caused another major incident. This time, your mistake is unforgivable. Even our ancestor can't save you now. Xinguan thought angrily. These people are despicable. Why are they dragging the ancestor into this nonsense? Hong Hai said coldly. Chuyun has no defense. He's committed a grave sin. I say we execute him immediately. The other elders nodded. Agreed. There's no reason to keep him alive. Chuyun raised his voice. Before you pass judgment, let me report what really happened. The true victim here isn't those dead men, it's me. Senior brother Ping Tian and his 2 lackeys ambushed me first. And now that they're dead, you're framing me as the villain. Tell me, why does it feel like every single one of you is against me? It seems this entire sect is filled with nothing but hypocrites. Every single person standing in this hall is a two-faced liar. Hong Hai shouted furiously. How dare you talk such nonsense? You even called our leader a hypocrite? Leader, I say we should execute this insolent brat right now. Gu Shenda said sternly. Chuyun, the statement you've just made is very serious. I expect you to explain yourself clearly, otherwise, things could turn very dangerous for you. Chuyun replied calmly. I have one question for senior brother Zhao Pingtian. What were you doing on that mountain so late at night? Normally, no one goes there after dark. Pingtian answered confidently. I was assigned a mission at the base of the mountain. After completing it, I was returning to the sect when I saw you killing 2 disciples. Chuyun interrupted. Senior brother Zhao Pingtian, you only saw those brothers die by my hands, but you didn't see what they did before that, did you? Pingtian admitted. No, I didn't see what they were doing. I just saw them dead when I arrived. Chuyun smirked. In that case, let's clear things up. I have an image crystal that recorded the entire incident. Let's see who's telling the truth, and who's lying. The entire hall went silent. Zhao Pingtian looked shocked. What? An image crystal? Chuyun activated the crystal. A glowing projection appeared in midair, replaying everything that had happened on the mountain, from start to finish. Everyone saw that Zhao Pingtian had been there all along, working together with Zhao Yulong and Zhao Yu. Everything Pingtian had said was a lie. Chuyun looked at him coldly. Senior brother Zhao Pingtian, do you have anything left to say? You told those brothers to kill me, didn't you? And now you claim that I murdered them in cold blood. The truth is, the spirit beast they summoned to kill me turned on them instead, and that's how they died. All of you were calling me a murderer moments ago, saying I deserved death. Well then, here's your chance to prove your justice. If you're not hypocrites, punish him, kill him right here, right now. He glanced around the hall. But I know none of you have the courage to do it. The sect leader finally spoke. Yesterday, I did assign Pingtian a mission at the foot of the mountain. However, as we've just seen in the recording, those 2 brothers attacked first. Therefore, Chuyun is not guilty. He's free to go rest, and everyone else is dismissed. The hall began to empty, but Chuyun stopped them. Elders, wait a second. Just a few minutes ago, you were all calling for my death, and now you're running away with your tails between your legs? You all saw the recording yourselves. Zhao Pingtian clearly lied and witnessed everything, yet he came here and twisted the truth. Doesn't that deserve punishment? Or have you all become so spineless that you won't even act against a liar? I never thought our sect's standards would sink so low, that even elders would tremble before a deceitful disciple. Zhao Pingtian, looking panicked, said, Chuyun, enough. Master, please forgive me. I admit my mistake. When I saw them fighting, I thought it was just a friendly sparring match. I never imagined anyone would actually die. Gu Shen aside, admitting your fault is a good start, but you still made a grave error. Therefore, you'll be sent to the Lizhu cave for 1 month. You cannot leave until I personally grant permission. Pingtian bowed quickly. Yes, master. I'll confine myself to the cave for a month. Chuyun thought silently. The sect leader is a vile man. He's pretending to punish Zhao Pingtian, but in truth, he's sending him to the Lizhu cave to gain opportunity and treasure. Too bad for him. I already claimed that opportunity myself. No matter what they try to do to me, I've already beaten them at their own game. Later, Chuyun met with Elder Ping Zhu. Chuyun said angrily, Elder, I'm furious. I can't stand how corrupt this sect has become. Elder Ping Zhu spoke gently. I understand your anger, but to cultivate properly, you must calm your heart. You now possess the physique of a sword cultivator, and a sword cultivator must have a clear, focused mind. A mind clouded by anger is like a blade covered in rust. You once asked me how you survived the soul nail poison. The truth is, the power of the calamity pill is still within your body. That same power protected you from being destroyed by the soul nail poison. You're extremely lucky, Chuyun. Without it, you'd already be dead. Chuyun nodded slowly. Anger only exists for those we care about. I was never truly angry at these people. I just didn't realize how despicable they could be. The sect leader pretends to be righteous, but is deeply biased toward his favorites. To cover his mistakes, he tried to sacrifice me. Even the elders follow him blindly. Honestly, Elder Ping Zhu, you're the only decent person in this entire sect. You were the one who gave me the image crystal. Without it, I couldn't have defended myself, and they surely would have sentenced me to a harsh punishment. Ping Zhu smiled faintly. You're not yet strong enough to stand against them, which is why I intervened. But when you become powerful enough, you must make them face the consequences of their injustice. Remember, you've awakened the physique of a sword cultivator. You've already unlocked your body's full potential, something only 1 in a million cultivators ever achieve. You possess extraordinary talent and luck, Chuyun. If you train diligently, you'll one day reach the very peak of sword cultivation. Chuyun said with a slight grin. Elder Ping Zhu, the day I reach the peak of sword cultivation, you'll probably have already ascended and become an immortal yourself. Ping Zhu laughed heartily. You really know how to flatter an old man, don't you? You're quite the interesting one, Chuyun. To be honest, I've never seen anyone reach that level of cultivation. I don't even know if it's truly possible. Anyway, I'll be leaving the sect for some time. Chuyun was surprised. You're leaving? But where are you going? Pingzhu replied, there's an old friend of mine, my life companion. He entrusted me with an important task long ago, and now the time has come to finally fulfill it. I must leave to complete that mission. Chuyun frowned. Wait, in the original timeline, Elder Pingzhu's fate was tragic. It says he would be ambushed by demonic forces in the northern forests, stumble into a hidden cave, and die there from severe injuries. I didn't think his destiny could be this cruel. Determined, he spoke quickly. Elder Pingzhu, you're traveling far, and your journey will be a long one. Please, listen carefully. I'm going to read your fortune. Pingzhu chuckled. What nonsense are you talking about, boy? There's no such thing as reading fate. Chuyun shook his head. It's true, Elder. I received a divine technique from my ancestor, one that allows me to see glimpses of the future. If, in the coming days, you go north and find a cave, don't go inside. No matter what, something terrible will happen there. Please remember my words. Do not enter any cave in the northern forests. Pingzhu lightly smacked him on the head. You silly boy. I haven't even begun my journey, and you're already cursing me? Don't worry, my fate is my own to control. I refuse to believe in bad omens. Chuyun sighed inwardly. I did what I could to warn him. Hopefully, he'll avoid his misfortune. The scene then shifts to Yuzhen Peak. Gu Xianda asked sharply, Pingtian, why are you back so soon? I sent you to the cave to obtain an inheritance. Why did you return so quickly? Xiao Pingtian bowed nervously. Master, someone else already took the opportunity. When I got there, everything was gone. There was nothing left. Gu Xianda's eyes widened. What did you say? That mountain has been off limits for years. We have guards posted there day and night. How could anyone even enter, let alone claim the inheritance? The cage trials are deadly. No one without immense power could possibly survive them. Pingtian clenched his fists. Master, I have a strong feeling that all of this is connected to Chuyun. Every time I see him, rage builds up inside me. It feels like he's stolen something from me. His cultivation is advancing too quickly, unnaturally fast. No ordinary methods could give him that kind of strength. Gu Xianda thought for a moment, then said, now that you mention it, Elder Chen Ping once told me he saw Chuyun fighting Duan Heng. Astonishingly, Chuyun killed him with a single strike. Pingtian gasped. What? Duan Heng was in the sky control realm. I knew him well, he was no weakling. How could Chuyun possibly defeat someone so powerful with just one hit? Gu Xianda replied coldly, I understand your concern, but don't worry. Chuyun's progress is indeed impressive, yet he's still only at the Yunhai realm, far below you. Continue your cultivation and leave this matter to me. Pingtian bowed again. As you wish, master. But one more thing, those two brothers who attacked Chuyun used a 7-colored python. As far as I know, no one in our sect owns such a beast. They claim they bought it, and recently, some outsiders have been seen who can control such creatures easily. Gu Xianda frowned deeply. So, the people from the beast sect have grown bold enough to meddle in our affairs. No matter what, Chuyun may be our enemy, but no outsider can interfere with our sect's matters. I'll handle this personally. You've done well bringing me this information. The next day, the scene shifts again. Gu Xianda summoned Chuyun. He said with a smirk, Chuyun, are you still angry with me? Yesterday, you called me quite a few unpleasant names. Chuyun thought to himself, he dragged me here early in the morning just to talk nonsense. He must have some ulterior motive. He said aloud, Leader, you don't need to apologize to me. I have plenty of work to do, and if I'm here, that means no one's guarding the sect gates. So please, get to the point. I don't have time for small talk. Gu Xianda, clearly annoyed, muttered to himself, this arrogant brat, does he think he's too important for me? Then he spoke aloud, don't be so hasty, Chuyun. The beast taming sect has arrived here for 2 reasons. First, there's going to be a beast competition soon. Second, they claim their spiritual beast went missing near our territory. They say their pet somehow wandered into the Luyan sect. We've been investigating for 3 days, and we recently learned that their beast appeared on Mount Wuyang, which, as you know, falls under your jurisdiction. That's why I've decided to send their representatives to your mountain, so you can work together to investigate the matter. Chuyun thought to himself, he may have explained everything in a simple way, but there's no way this situation is as simple as it sounds. Out loud, Chuyun said, Sect leader, since this issue involves 2 sects, and our Luyan sect is directly involved, I agree to cooperate, but there's a small problem. When I fought in Shin Family Fort, I suffered a serious head injury, and I've been dealing with temporary memory loss ever since. So even if I did see their beast, I wouldn't remember it. However, my doctor told me that with a few rare herbs, my memory might return. If you could provide those herbs, I could be of much greater help in your investigation. Gu Xianda raised an eyebrow. Oh, is that so? Fine then, tell me which herbs you need. Half an hour later, Chuyun returned with a long list. Sect leader, here's everything I require. Gu Xianda glanced at the parchment, silently frowning. He thought, this cunning brat, he's clearly using this as an excuse to get a huge supply of rare herbs for his cultivation. But if I want his cooperation, I'll have to give in. Chuyun smiled politely. Sect leader, I was just wondering if they were available. Gu Xianda quickly replied, of course they are. I'll have them delivered to your quarters immediately. Chuyun bowed. Thank you very much, sect leader. Nearby, Elder Chen Ping muttered, sect leader, this boy is robbing us blind. He's included herbs in this list that we don't even own. Buying them from the market will cost us a fortune. Gu Xianda sighed. Let him have what he wants. Once he dies during the mission, everything will return to us anyway. A few days later, Zhu Qin arrived. Junior brother Chuyun, all the items you requested have been delivered. Everything on your list is accounted for, you can check if you'd like. Chuyun smiled faintly. Impressive. The sect's logistics department truly works fast, preparing all of this in just a few days. Some disciples standing nearby whispered among themselves, can you believe this? He's just a gatekeeper, yet he's acting so high and mighty. Another disciple replied, you must be new here. That guy used to be an inner disciple, but he was expelled after making a huge mistake. Still, his power grew rapidly afterward. They say he's the only one in the entire sect who could match Xiao Pingtian in strength. So don't talk carelessly about him. I heard the sect leader is planning to reinstate him soon. Hearing this, Chuyun thought, reinstate me? Ha! Gu Xianda doesn't care about me. He's planning to send me to Mount Wuyang and have me killed there. No matter what tricks he plays, I'm done with this sect. As soon as this mission is over, I'm leaving for good. Zhu Qin said cheerfully, Junior brother Chuyun, your performance in the last competition was amazing. I, on the other hand, fell off the stage. I still regret that. Anyway, the sect leader has assigned you a mission, and I've been ordered to accompany you. Chuyun asked warily, you're coming with me? Zhu Qin nodded. Yes. The sect leader told me to deliver these supplies to you first, then we'll head out together. I wanted to let you know beforehand. Chuyun thought grimly, Gu Xianda, you really are a devil. When your other schemes failed, you sent this walking disaster to drag me down. My luck's already bad, now with him around, it'll only get worse. Zhu Qin smiled. Junior brother, are you ready? We should begin our mission. Chuyun nodded slowly. This mission might be difficult, brother Zhu Qin. Just take care of yourself. Then he thought to himself, why am I even worrying about him? We're both unlucky. Maybe two negatives will cancel out and make a positive. Who knows? Maybe together we'll be lucky for once. Scene shifts to Mount Wuyang. Elder Li Hong spoke to the group. We'll reach our beast's location soon. Stay alert, it's extremely powerful and might attack. They arrived at a shimmering lake. Li Hong said, the tracking stone indicates that our beast is here. Could it be hiding underwater? Chuyun thought, why did they even bring me here? They claimed I know this mountain well, but they haven't asked me a single thing. Li Hong's tracking stone can locate the beast easily, so why am I really here? They must have another plan. Li Hong continued, this here is the water repelling pulse. Using it, you'll be able to breathe underwater. Take one each. Hosey and Zhu Qin, you both will dive first, to bring the beast out. Chuyun, you'll stay with me and provide assistance from here. Chuyun thought, so Gu Xianda really plans to use these beast sect members to get me killed. But since we arrived, they've barely paid any attention to me. Could it be that their goal isn't the beast at all? He turned to Li Hong. Elder Li Hong, be honest with me. Is there another reason behind this mission? Did our sect leader give you a special task? Li Hong looked startled. How did you know that? Chuyun smirked. So it's true. Our dear sect leader wants me dead, doesn't he? Li Hong burst into laughter. You have quite the imagination, boy. Don't be ridiculous. Everyone in the sect knows you're one of our most promising disciples. Sect leader Gu personally instructed me to ensure your safety. In fact, he said that as long as we protect you, the Luyan sect will reward us with great resources. Then, softening his tone, Li Hong added, I know you're not weak, Chuyun, but sect leader Gu is genuinely concerned about you. He favors you greatly. How could you think such terrible things about such a kind man? Chuyun thought to himself, what is this elder even saying? How could Gu Xianda possibly favor me? No, something's definitely off here. I should check their fates. That'll tell me what Gu Xianda is really planning. Things are never this simple. He activated his ability and focused. Gu Xianda has never liked me. There's no way he's suddenly acting kind. As he read Li Hong's fate, the truth was revealed. The beast-taming sect has been lied to by the Luyan sect. The Luyan sect deliberately sent Chuyun with Li Hong, intending for both of them to die under Li Hong's command. Once that happens, the Luyan sect plans to demand massive compensation from the Beast sect. Li Hong will eventually realize that the Luyan sect deceived him, that every step of this mission, was part of their scheme. Furious, he'll refuse their demands. In retaliation, the Luyan sect's people will kill him on the spot. Chuyan clenched his fists. So that's it. They plan to kill both me and Li Hong. That's why Gu Shenda made it look like he favored me, to trick the Beast sect into lowering their guard. Suddenly, Zhu Qin surfaced from the water, shouting, "Elderly, there's something strange below the lake." Hosey added, panic in his voice, "Our spirit beast, it's dead. It's been killed." Li Hong's eyes widened in disbelief. "What? That's impossible. Our beast was a crimson flame lion, a peak-level sky control realm creature. Even underwater, it would have been incredibly powerful. No normal human or beast could have killed it." Chuyun's mind raced. "I need to uncover Gu Shenda's plan completely. To do that, I must read everyone's fate here." He turned his divine sight toward Zhu Qin. Zhu Qin's fate says that after returning from Mount Wuyang, all his teammates will die. The sect will accuse him of treason and imprison him for life. 1 year later, he'll be executed inside the prison. Then he checked Hosey's fate. Hosey's arrogance will be his downfall. Overconfident in his own strength, he'll challenge the 18 white mountain beasts on Mount Wuyang, and they'll tear him apart. Back near the lakeside, Hosey was examining the beast's corpse. Our crimson flame lion was brutally slaughtered. It looks like something ripped it limb from limb. Whatever did this, must be far stronger than we imagined. Chuyun stared at the mangled body and thought grimly, now I understand everything. Gu Shenda's plan isn't just to eliminate me, he's orchestrated the deaths of everyone here. He's already set the stage for our destruction. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.